All right, we're up and running. We're recording over here. And at the time that we were supposed to start recording, I go and ask Marc, hey, am I a douche if I want you to make music on the podcast? And what a bro. He's setting up the whole deal.
I'm setting it up, baby.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. That's the nice thing. I mean, for like a full show setup, you know, it's pretty self-contained, I would say.
So you have a keyboard, a computer, and a mixer.
Yeah, exactly. It's this keyboard. It's like a MIDI keyboard with drum pads on it that connects to my laptop, which connects, and the sounds I make on the laptop go into the looper, and then that goes out to the house.
And normally it's the house which provides the speaker system.
Exactly. Yes.
But in this house, we've got a Steve-O branded bump box.
Wow.
We're bumping.
Do a lot of podcasts ask you to bring your looper?
Yeah, it's kind of like 50-50. It depends. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm going to tell you guys, you made it incredibly convenient for me because my front door is like fucking 20 feet away. So, like, I was like, yeah, I guess I'll just grab it.
There's just been a lot going on with me, man.
Really?
And some of it's been good, some of it's been terrorizing.
Really?
And
What's been terrorizing?
Holy shit.
like
Yeah, can you talk about it now or no?
I really
Shouldn't.
shouldn't.
Really? Off
I mean,
the record or
Yeah.
what's
I
going on?
had a thing that was dragging on and
Really?
finally
yeah.
For years.
for 6 years.
Like a legal
Plus.
thing?
Yeah.
Really?
And it finally I think is over.
Oh, fuck.
You think?
Yeah, what do you mean you think?
What
I thought it
was
was
it?
when we were
Yeah.
in Texas.
Soccer?
Right. No, I mean it's over, but then there's just like another little wrinkle.
Oh,
Another little speed bump. Okay.
It's a minor speed bump, no big deal.
just gotta iron a couple things out.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then I sold my house.
Oh, shit.
That's
Is it sold? It's gone?
it's gone. Yeah, it's sold.
Sweet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Can we say how much you got?
I
Probably.
did. It turned out to be a reasonably good investment,
Oh, really?
as real estate tends to be.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
You flip
Yeah.
that shit.
And speaking of real estate, I'm surprised to pull up here and find you renting an apartment.
Yeah, well, it's actually my girlfriend's apartment. I live in New York.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah, I live in Manhattan, but I also rent an apartment there. But I basically had a nice tour a couple years ago, and I used the money I bought my mom a house in Dallas.
Attaboy.
So that's where I have a house over there. And, you know, my sweet old mom is chilling in there,
I love it.
enjoying her life, you know what I mean?
I'll be pretty stoked to hear your program come out of my Steve-O speakers.
Dude, I think we just, hold on, let me see. I think we just got it. Input, output is here. Oh, do we have to change the output?
Push the button until it says line.
Oh, got it. Mode. Let's see.
Mode.
Mode. Got it. Yep. Bam. 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 Boom.
Boom,
Boom. 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 Aha.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Okay. Hold on a second.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That's the
Quality of these speakers.
I'm talking about. No echo. Mic volume. Bam. Boom. Bang. So then, let's see.
Unbelievable. And then let's try.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's try not to swear too much, because in the beginning of
Oh,
podcast,
got it.
they're more sensitive about that.
Is that true?
It is, yeah.
And as it goes on, there's more tolerance.
There is.
How interesting. That's an ad revenue thing.
It is.
Wow. Okay, no swearing.
Yeah, we want to oh wow. It really does sound pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Okay, I want to admit that when I found out about the opportunity to order Steve-O speakers,
Yeah.
I thought it was a slam dunk. I thought this was just the greatest idea. They come with microphones and stuff, so it's like a PA system. It's just
Oh, shit, that's
obnoxiously
pretty dope.
big and loud.
I like too that
We
it has
couldn't
like the
sell
little
them for
wave
nothing.
like the amplification lights.
Yeah.
You know, in real time. It's nice.
I mean, what this speaker retails for is what, $400, right? I thought, you know what?
I just got a Bluetooth thing about that much. It
Right.
doesn't look as cool.
I thought everybody has like ear headphones that cost that much. This comes with a microphone. It's a cool thing. We couldn't sell, and I'm ready to slash the price.
We did. We're at $299.
Oh, you
Let's slash them again. $250.
$250.
Done.
Holy shit.
4 easy payments.
Yeah.
Of $9.99.
Yeah. Wow.
People don't want the
Shopify.
boombox. F- you people. Buy this.
Yeah. Perfect.
You. F-
We have a very.
you silly people.
We have a little bit
Language.
left, so get them while they last. Then
At
that price.
stevo.com.
Stevo.com.
Stevo.com
Yeah, I'm,
/Boomtown.
I'm just like, I'm easy these days. I'm easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm watching myself. Here we go.
All right. Well, now I'm sure we will include some of that setup.
Yeah.
By the way, thank you for that. What
Of course.
exciting proposition to get you making music live on our show.
Of course.
And normally the show begins like this. Ladies and gentlemen, people of the universe, I bring to you Marc Rebillet. First question, did I pronounce that right?
You pronounced it like a champion and a professional.
I love that.
Like a Frenchman, honestly.
Dude.
I'm impressed.
Should I have said Rebillet?
Rebillet.
Rebillet.
So yeah, that's why I just said Rebillet. You know, like the English, the anglicized version.
I'm
is like
always
Rebillet.
rubbing something.
Yeah. Yay.
Yay.
I'm never not rubbing.
Yeah. Now, dude, what an honor. We met before.
Yes.
I got special backstage treatment during the pandemic, and not just during the pandemic, during the heat.
Dude,
of
it
the
was right in the
pandemic.
thick of it.
The thickest thick of it.
We were blessed by your presence.
And it was a drive-in show that you did. I feel like it was in Pasadena at the Rose Bowl.
Yeah,
They
that's
they set up a drive-in theater experience.
Right.
And God, it was cars for as far as you could see.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it was like really good business that you were doing.
It was
with that.
really a cool thing. It was my agents came up with the idea because like one of them had a DJ client in Germany or something that tried to do a show in a parking lot, and like it really worked. So he was like, "What do you think if we do this but a tour?" And I was like, "That is an incredible idea. Let's do it right now."
Now,
you know?
now was the drive-in? They just completely created out of thin air this drive-in venue.
Oh,
right?
yeah, dude.
Like it didn't exist before
Right,
that, right?
exactly. Yeah, and then they contacted like other drive-in movie theaters across the U.S. So I think we did something like 15 dates total, and it was all, you know, at the
sorry, you said they did it at drive-in movie theaters.
that too. Yeah, it was like a little combo of both, and we would set up. You know, basically, it's like because the one in Pasadena was like a stage experience, right?
It was a
Everyone was parked in
humongous
front of the stage.
Humongous
And what
stage.
you tune into a different channel to hear you, or is like you put your windows down?
I don't remember how it
dude, I
worked
don't
over
really
there.
remember
The way
either.
it usually worked was it was at like a traditional drive-in movie theater, and people park looking at the screen, and then you tune into a radio station,
Wow.
drive-in style, and then they put me in like a green screen tent at the back of the lot with a multicam thing going on. And then we had audio video doing like putting stuff on the green screen, and so it would broadcast me to the screen. You would hear me in your car, and then I would run out of the green screen tent and like run around the parking lot and do bits and stuff like
I
that.
feel like there was some like crowd interaction. You went out into the crowd on some kind of mechanism that protected people, like in some kind of coronavirus safe way. Like maybe you were in like a big gigantic like human hamster lobster ball or something.
Yeah, it was like an art car. It was like one of the old art cars or something that they rolled me out in. But yeah, we had to be super strict about every, all the COVID guidelines and stuff.
Right, and people were breaking the rules left and right by sitting on top of their cars or outside of their cars.
Yeah, not allowed.
Yeah.
Not at all allowed.
There are a lot of people who say that rules are made to be broken, but I am not one of those people. What do I say? I say some rules are made to be broken. But if the rules are awesome and you make them for yourself, then stick by them. Like, for example, Outer Known. This is a company that was started by Kelly Slater, and their rules are: we do not exploit people. No, we make our clothes in fair trade factories around the world where people are treated with dignity and respect. There are other rules. We do not make clothes that destroy the environment. We make clothes that are from organic and recycled materials. These are good rules. These are good people. This is a good company, and they have a really good offer for you. If you go to outerknown.com/Stevo, that's outerknown.com/Stevo, and use the promo code Stevo, that will get you a full 25% off your order. And they're not just saying only your first order. No, this is all your orders. The friends and the family of the Wild Ride podcast, 25% off if you go to outerknown.com/Stevo and use the promo code Stevo. Follow their rules because their rules are awesome. Support that company, and let's get back to it. But dude, you had just an incredible number of cars. I remember thinking,
crazy.
And wasn't it like a ticket for that? Like they really went in for it. They were like,
yeah.
We're gonna. This is the only game in town. It's the only show you can go out and see. So we're gonna make it really
pandemic.
For a while, we were the first ones on the road doing this kind of tour, and then a bunch of stand-ups.
Yeah, you and Bert Kreischer.
That's right. Yeah. It was. Dude, it was really fun. I mean, it was easily the most bizarre tour I've ever done, but just a very cool experience. And
I was wildly impressed by the entire show. I think I effusively heaped praise on you.
Yes, you did, and you introed me, which was awesome.
Oh wow, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, dude, you came out on stage and did the
double bag.
You did the double bag, yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
That was fucking awesome. That was so great.
I wonder if you can get away with doing a drive-in show now. Would people still be as interested?
Probably no reason to whatsoever.
That's what I would think. Probably wouldn't. It just wouldn't resonate the same. I don't.
There's just no reason to.
And the money, you're basically cutting your money in a quarter because the
and
capacity.
You're charging people twice as much.
Right, exactly.
You're charging them twice as much and making half as much.
Exactly.
Because you can only fit so many cars in compared to if you just had people standing there.
Right. Right. So it's like any of those shows, we would have 500 cars maybe at the most, and that's so that's 500 tickets as opposed to in a venue where you could potentially do 5 to 10,000.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And was not to get too in the weeds of the business of it,
inside baseball.
But was it a per car ticket or per person in car ticket?
Oh man, that's a good question.
It is because you think
that makes a difference.
Makes a big difference.
Yeah, I feel like it might have been a per car, but then you had to declare who was going to be in the car, something like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and if it was a per person in the car, it's dude, jump in the trunk.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. Go ahead, get in the trunk.
Stay in there.
Dude, we can't fit another person. Don't get in there.
It's like a sardine can.
Yeah.
And, that was some fun. That was really fun, dude.
And how much just before that did everything just take off for you? I mean, you were pretty new to being a baller.
I was. You're right, dude. I mean, I think I started touring in 2018. Yeah, 2018. I was playing local gigs in Dallas in 2017.
And when you say local gigs in Dallas,
dude, I mean at the lunch shift at a fucking brew pub, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just a 3-hour set for $150. You know what I mean? That's just 4 days a week kind of thing.
And you went from that to like a bona fide tour off the back of like a handful of viral Facebook posts.
Exactly. That's exactly how it happened. Yeah, I moved back to New York once I started feeling like I had some momentum in Dallas. But what happened was I emailed a bunch of venues in Texas asking if they would like book me for a hard ticket show, and no one wanted to do it. No, they just would not have me. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go to New York. And then those videos went viral, a handful of them. And then, then you just get show requests.
People are reaching out to you.
Exactly.
And you didn't even have an agent at that point, right?
No. And then, this little agency in Brooklyn reached out to me and was like, what do you think? You know, you're having a little moment right now. Do you want to try and put together like a small tour? And I was like, I guess it's worth a shot. I signed with them and we did this big messy tour and sold out in under a week, and that was it. And then that's just been touring ever since, you know.
It's unbelievable.
How many dates was that tour?
Oh God, dude, way too many. I mean, that agency, God bless them, because they gave me a shot, but they were just juicing me for every like ounce of work they could, basically. Like their whole thing was like over schedule for low fees, you know. So I do these tours that were like 8. I did a North America tour with them and then a Europe tour with them. And on the Europe tour, I mean, you're talking like 50, 60 dates, and it's like 10 shows back to back, no days off, all in different countries, 1 day off, 9 shows back to back.
I mean, you got to approve the schedule though before
I
they get
know.
so that's on you, buddy.
It's a little bit on me. It's true, but you know what I mean.
It's exciting.
I don't know any better. I'm like, this looks great.
Right.
Oh, we're playing Paris. Great.
Dude, they broke my back. They made me tour so much. Like, all right.
Obviously, I said, I'm like, sounds great. Let's do that. But then you're in it, and you've never toured before, you know what I mean? And you're just, I'm fucking sick. I don't know. I'm like, I have to do 5 more shows in 5 countries. It's a lot, dude. So anyway.
Do you travel with a bunch of people or just yourself?
I have a small crew. It's my tour manager, his production assistant. We've had a merch manager and a photographer. Now we're going to have a lighting guy.
Yeah, cool.
Nice.
And so like a little crew. We do little bus tours and I
got to believe that the messy first tour had even fewer people. Is that?
Dude, it had no one. I didn't have a tour manager at all. Dude, I had the promoter's number in my phone.
Shit.
I'm going from the train. I'm carrying all my shit. I'm calling the promoter. I mean, there's nothing at all. Yeah.
Can we make a quick song about how unpleasant it was?
Oh my God, yeah, let's definitely do that. Make me revisit this awful trauma.
Yeah, and like let's really emphasize that it was all their fault.
Yeah. I'm gonna call them out by name. I wonder if they're still around. Rogue Agency. No, honestly, I have more good than bad to say about them, and it really wasn't even them. They worked with this European promoter who overbooked us, but like, they took a chance on me. And,
I mean, they said it's either this many dates or nothing.
Exactly.
They
take it or leave it.
Yeah, take it or leave it. Yeah.
Like, Jesus, I'll take it, I guess.
They held your feet to the fire.
Yeah, let's do like let's see, let's do like something like that.
Those sons of bitches.
Those sons of bitches. Sons of bitches. Those sons of bitches. Sons of bitches. Those sons of bitches. Those sons of bitches. Those sons of bitches. Those sons of bitches.
They did it to me.
Those sons of bitches. Those sons of bitches. They did it to me.
They did it to me.
Those sons of bitches. They did it to me. Those sons of bitches.
They did it to me.
Yeah.
They did it to me.
That's it.
They did it to me. 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 I don't know how I survived. They did it to me. They did it to me. I don't know how I survived. They did it to me. No idea how I survived. 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 No idea how I survived.
But now I'm rich. But now I'm rich.
Yeah, dude. How I survived. No idea how I survived. No idea how I survived. No idea how I survived. But I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
It's my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. I shouldn't have done that. It's my fault. I shouldn't have done that. Sometimes you gotta do some stupid shit to learn. Yeah. You gotta do the stupid shit. You gotta do the stupid shit. You gotta do the stupid shit. You gotta.
There we go.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
We kept it vague.
That's true.
You know?
We made it about, we got broad life themes.
Broad strokes.
That's right. That's
You know,
right.
and we made it relatable.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone can relate to that.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you do music every day?
No.
No?
No. I would say something that I talk about every once in a while, which is that I think that I am probably lazier. I'm less. I have less work ethic, or like a weaker work ethic than most people who are like in my position, I would say. You know, because
Well, to be fair, it is helpful that you are an improvisational artist.
that's very true. That's very
So,
true.
I
Yeah.
mean, for you, your art is at the highest level with the least preparation.
Yes, that's true.
So work ethic is not a thing for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good point. On stage, yeah, I really don't. I mean, yeah, I don't rehearse, you know, which
Right.
is great for my.
That would be the kiss of death if you rehearsed.
It would be.
Yeah.
Actually, I just did this thing for Google a couple weeks ago. You know, Google I/O, where they kind of announce all of their new tech and stuff. It's like the Apple keynote where they announce the new iPhone. Google does the same thing, and they had me open that keynote. So it's like I do 20 minutes, and then the CEO comes out and talks about the new AI, whatever, and they, you know, it's a good gig, but like I had to go there 2 days in advance, go up on stage, run through 20 minutes. Legal is in a trailer over there. They say what you can and can't say, how to change what I did, but. And it was just this way of working that I'm not used to, and is difficult to, you know, restrain myself when I'm up there making stuff up. And you have to think about, I can do this, I can't do this. It's weird. So yeah, I'm much more comfortable just working
Right.
Free.
Corporate gigs are tough.
They're tough,
But they pay well. Google probably
They
had a
pay
good,
very well.
Yeah.
They pay very well.
Yeah, I mean, I asked you not to swear in the beginning. We had to beep you like 14 times.
Yeah, this is for Google.
I didn't know this was a kids show. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. And speaking of kids, and speaking of introducing new tech,
Yeah.
dude, like, I don't want to burn out a story that's been told too many times.
Yeah.
But your first viral video with
the iPhone
the
thing.
iPhone.
Man,
yeah.
it's just that beautiful thing. It just keeps coming up. It's like free press. It's like a new meme page posts it, or some TikTok account
right
posts it,
there.
or whatever. Yeah, it's
I mean, that doesn't even look remotely like you. That's 2007. You got in line. You were the first person in line to purchase the very first Gen 1 iPhone.
It's true.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and then some chick wants to buy up a bunch of them, so she pays him $800 for his place in line.
Yeah.
Yep.
He walks away with $800, and the chick finds out they only sell one per customer.
Yeah.
Because she was going to buy out the store. Her
Yeah.
plan was to get first in line so she could buy all the iPhones and sell them on eBay.
What made her think that she was going to keep everyone's place in line is really something else. Maybe if she showed up with a team of people.
Oh,
said
and they
this person,
all-
yeah.
That would have been the thing.
She needed a physical person for every person's spot in line.
Exactly.
That she was trying to buy.
It made for a great news story. It's just such a it's such a well-edited little news story, and like it ultimately, the thought that I had, or I think maybe my dad had it at the time, that was that maybe she was like, it might have been some sort of like guerrilla marketing on Apple's behalf, that like they put her up to it, because she rolled up, I remember, and like right after her, Fox, CBS, so it was like she pulled up and the news was right there.
Right. I mean, from a business perspective, like, how's she gonna make all this money buying out the whole store if she's paying $800
Right.
for each spot in line? I mean, that's gonna definitely cut into her margin. as a third-party reseller, that's just not smart.
It's bad business. It's bad business.
Right.
She didn't really think it through.
So that does make a lot of sense, especially if Apple was going to facilitate that press.
Right.
They would want the world to believe that it was worth $800.
Right. Oh, right.
So that even further.
That's interesting.
How long were you in line for? Did you
The
like spend
whole day, dude. I mean, I got there like 4 a.m. or 6 a.m. or whatever, and
Yeah, but so you didn't camp out the night before.
did not camp out the night before.
Did anybody?
No, I was the first person in line.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was, it was that glorious time when like all this new, it's like video game consoles. The first
Yep.
Xbox came out, the Wii, the everything, and people were like waiting in line for
Yeah.
tech.
I camped
That
out
was
for
just
the
a fun
Xbox.
time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Dude. It was great. It was
did?
just fun.
Yeah.
It was like a community thing.
Yeah.
Everyone would talk about, wow, what do you think is good? Oh, what are you getting? Blah blah blah. It was just a nerd's paradise. It was.
And
And
that-
how old are you in 2007?
I would have been 16 or 17, something like that. Just a little shit.
It would have been very believable that they cast you for that too, especially because you would have been in your like high school for the performing arts
Right.
at the time.
And it's exactly right, dude. I think it was like my senior year or something, or maybe I was just out. It was one of those, but yeah, it would have made perfect. I get that happens a lot in the comments because people put it together. They're like, "Is that the guy who like yells at his underwear?" On
So funny that you say that because it is easy to watch your content online and have the thought, why is he yelling at me? Why is he so mad at me?
Dude, I just put together the fact that we're both fairly well known for yelling in our underwear.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Good point.
We both have pretty good things going.
And
screaming naked.
And dude, what do you do to keep your physique? Are you just
I do
a lot of yelling?
Yelling and 8 hours of sleep. That's what it'll get
Yeah.
you. I do like body weight. It's like it's this thing. It's an app that I've had on my phone for like Jesus, like over a decade now. It's based on a book called You Are Your Own Gym, and it's by this guy Marc Lauren. And basically, it's just this series of it's like 4 tiers of workouts that you can do in a hotel room, in your room, in an apartment, whatever. And yeah, that's the book. And they made an app out of it. It doesn't even exist on the App Store anymore. I just have it because I keep every time I get a new iPhone, it just transfers over. And so yeah, there's like a push muscles day, a pull muscles day, a core, a leg. And so I'll do one of those, and then the next day I run, and then I do another one of the body weights, run, body weight, run, and that's it. I mean, that's
it. That sounds like kind of a lot.
I guess
That's it.
It's as simple as that.
All right, just do that.
Yeah.
Not adjust.
I mean, you could do it in your apartment, but it's like, it's like half an hour. It's as long as you do it regularly, I stay fairly fit, and it doesn't require like a ton of effort.
Yeah, do they limit the length of each workout?
Yeah,
So it's
they're
like 9 minutes and that's it.
Yeah, basically it's like you're either doing intervals or you're doing like timed sets or you're doing Tabatas, which are like really rapid fire. It's like 20 seconds of working out, 10 seconds of rest, 20 seconds, 10 seconds. So they change it up, and basically it just makes your muscles, whatever. I don't know what the science behind it is, but it just works with minimal effort. And I've been doing the same shit for like 10 years now, and I can do like one-handed push-ups and shit.
Wow.
It gets you there, and that's whatever. I just
Are you still like doing your stretching app?
I sometimes I
What's
follow.
that?
It's just like morning yoga.
Yeah.
It's called stretching, but really, I mean, when you get down to it, it's all yoga.
It's yoga.
Yeah, because I was gonna say
I love yoga.
You're the
dude.
first person I've ever met that like stuck to an app consistently
Oh,
for 10
right.
years.
Yeah.
I'll get like the food tracker app, be really good for like 9 meals, and then I'm like, it just keeps
I don't wanna
notifying me for the
fucking
rest
do
of the
this
fucking.
shit. Yeah,
Are
exactly.
you still doing the water app?
Nope.
Dude, I
Not
just
even.
saw something online that said it was a story on my news page. It said all that water you're drinking is doing more harm than good.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Like,
No
like
way.
the people who are going out of their way to really drink.
Oh,
drink
where
by,
they get like the
he counts-
gallon jug.
He's got an app that like you knock off a glass every time you drink a pint of water.
Oh,
I
really?
think
Yeah.
Too much water can have negative effects.
Yeah,
dude.
but they're talking about like people that are just like drinking.
8 glasses a day is too much. This says.
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
A
and
serious
he's like, dude,
condition
I'm only
was,
drinking 16 glasses a day.
Yeah. That's only 64 ounces of water. No, that's such bullshit.
Yeah.
What happened with fucking Dr. Berg? Get the fuck out of
Well,
here.
good
Who is
news.
this Dr. Berg guy anyway?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I
though.
mean, like, if you don't drink water, like when you go to take a piss test, your piss is yellow. They're like, "Oh my god, you're really dehydrated." It's like I just had 6 glasses of water.
yeah.
Now, for me, I drink 16 cups of coffee every day.
How many?
Same
How much
thing.
coffee do you drink a day?
I mean, there's 24 ounces in each jug. This is my second jug.
There's
You'll
water
probably
in
have
coffee.
one more.
second jug.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna have one of those energy drinks too, and I'm gonna pop in
Wait,
one of those caffeine
You're
lip
still
dips.
drinking those. You're still drinking those C4s?
Kinda.
Yeah, I saw them yesterday. I was like, "What gas station did you buy these at?" They have like the Snapchat logo on them.
I
and,
know
like,
exactly.
yellow.
The Ghost, the yellow can, right?
Hey,
Is it
man.
just black coffee?
Or
what do you got? What do you put in there?
No sugar. That's my
No
thing.
sugar.
That's how I got sucked into the energy drinks, is because they got all these 0 sugar ones.
Right.
So I'm like, hey man, no sugar.
How much water do you drink a day?
I drink probably just a reasonable amount, I would say. It depends on what I'm doing, but
Whatever he's doing.
Do
is-
it.
is
Do
doing.
that.
Yeah.
I gotten into the dude. I used to drink only like cappuccinos or just black, like a cold brew or whatever. And now that I've been in LA more, they have all these Japanese cafes that do like cream tops and shit. Have you heard about these?
Cream pies?
No, it's a cream pie. You go there, you order a latte, and then they just come on your face, and they send you on your way. Yeah, this is it. It's a cream top. So basically, it's an iced espresso,
Mario coffee.
and then on top they do this it's like whipped cream for adults. Basically,
It looks like Guinness.
dude, it is so unbelievably good. It's like this cloudy sweet thing, and then under it you get this rich cold espresso.
Does it have sugar?
The cream does, yeah. It's like heavy cream and
It's
sugar,
no
yeah.
fly zone for me.
Really? No
Yeah,
sugar.
No sugar.
Is that just a rule?
It's gotta be, yeah.
Yeah, my brother sent me an article that said if you want to reverse aging, cut flour and sugar out of your diet, and that's how.
Wait. Your brother was promoting no sugar or flour?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't know how to say anything except, like, disparaging remarks against flour and sugar.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he is in a food program.
And he's great.
Oh,
great.
he is?
Yeah.
He's in a food program, and he is my mentor
Really?
for my food program.
Really?
So since February 10th, I just have had 0 grams of sugar.
No
and
shit.
You can tell in your
flour.
face, too. Your face looks healthy.
You've had
thanks.
absolutely
No
no
shit.
sugar since February.
I mean,
10th.
I have one. I'm allowed 1 serving of fruit
Of the
per
fruit,
day.
yeah.
But that's not refined sugar.
Oh, right. It's a natural sugars.
Natural sugar, and only 1 serving of fruit.
And that's a cup,
Wow.
like when you have the cup of blueberries
Other
or
than
whatever.
that, like I look at the label of everything, and if it doesn't say 0 grams of sugar, then
That's it,
I
out.
do not. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Or like a lot of
That's
times
great.
people will read like the first 5 ingredients on a label, and if it has sugar
If it's
in the first 5.
if it's in the top 5 ingredients,
You're out.
yeah.
Dude, that's right. Well, you know, okay, I have an observation about a lot of this stuff, which is, it's like, you know, every year there's a new sort of scientific revelation about, okay, now red wine is good. Okay, now
Right.
red wine is not good. Oh, chocolate good. Actually, chocolate is. And I just wonder, is like, we're spending all this time fucking like anxious about when it's like, I feel like if you just relax. And like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to relax. That's my problem. I'm not a relaxed dude.
Oh,
Like,
okay, yeah.
and all 3 of us are like, you know, addicts and alcoholics. Like we're all like a hardcore sober. You
Got
know.
you.
Yeah, we're like the kind of militant people. Who,
Right.
But I feel like intuitively, like, you know what to eat and what not to eat. Like when you're eating
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
you're like, fuck, but like, it's so good.
I know, but the thing is,
Right.
once I tiptoe out of line, then I'm a absolute train wreck out of
I
control.
see.
Does
I
that
see. That
croissant
makes
look
sense.
good right now?
Of course.
Oh, it looks
amazing.
Eating it.
Drooling cheese out of your mouth.
Is there
Yeah.
any sugar in this? I don't know.
But let's get this back on track.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me, like, how awesome it was to perform at Red Rocks.
Oh, dude. I'm doing it, by the way, for the 3rd
He's
time
like, I've got
this
a
year.
residency. The 3rd time this year.
3rd
I
time,
mean,
3rd
dude.
year in a row.
And like, so now, I mean, dude, you're just on fire at the point. Are you adding shows at Red Rocks?
No, it's not. I'm not there. Basically, we realized that we like hit a ceiling because we tried to go. I think we tried to go too big, and like my show really works best at like a mid-size venue level. I
Wow,
think.
look at that outfit you're wearing. Like,
that was fun.
Isaac has brought up an image of you wearing some Star Trek
Yeah,
looking sequence.
some ridiculous metallic thing, and it's by the it's like 30 degrees over there.
Red Rocks Amphitheater, so we should be letting people know that our tickets are available.
Tickets are available right now, marcrebillet.com or weoutside.world. And yeah, a lot of cities are sold out, but Red Rocks is still available. A few other cities have tickets, and we've added shows, whatever. But
Okay, let me ask you about this.
yeah.
Third-party ticket vendors.
Oh man.
StubHub is one of them, right?
Mm-hmm,
Like, I don't want to get in any trouble for disparaging, but is it
Oh
correct?
fuck them, dude.
Is it correct that StubHub buys your tickets to your show and then marks up the price like a ton to sell
Yeah.
inflated ticket prices to your fans, and they put themselves at the top
Right.
of the Google search with the sponsor. So someone doesn't know any better. They're like, oh, okay, cool. I want to go see Marc Rebillet.
Right.
So like, oh, let me just Google him, and then the first thing at the list
Yep.
is like and that's the one.
Dude, most people don't know any better. Most people have no idea about this
Right,
shit. But
so
the whole
there's
thing is
huge
rigged.
business.
It's mafia shit, dude. It's like, first of all, Ticketmaster in and of itself, like the place where the tickets originate is bullshit. You know what I mean? It's like you have no choice but to do business with these people. If you're playing any
Right.
kind of legitimate venue,
But now I want to say too, for my part, be careful about that. Like, find the best, and the safest way to buy tickets for me is just to hit the link at stevo.com.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you like the original source. It's not
Exactly.
gonna be this
Don't Google
third
it.
party.
Because that goes direct to the venue, right? That's the best place to buy the tickets.
Or probably
are-
go to Ticketmaster. Honestly, you
Right.
go to Ticketmaster, but that's the
That's
ticket
that's
vendor.
the best game in town.
That's what. It's the only game in town.
Where do you send people for your tickets?
It's either Ticketmaster or AXS or any number.
Oh, so
of
you're
these-
not going to send them to your own website?
Oh no! I mean, the link is on my
Go
website.
to We
I send them to my
Outside and see where
website,
it
but
takes
the
you.
link is a Ticketmaster
and We
link.
Outside is your website?
WeOutside.world.
Why? Because
.world.
Marc Rebillet was taken?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you can
I
go to my
mean-
website too, and it'll just bring you
Let's
here.
buy tickets, see where it takes us.
That's a festival, so that'll probably go to Seated or something. But go down. Yeah, go down to like the North America shows or whatever.
I mean,
Look at this.
Wow,
Look at this
tour-
roster.
Yeah, they're like Blue Note or those are sold out, but go down.
Wow,
Yeah,
dude,
go
like-
to whatever, Dallas or Red Rocks or whatever. That'll take you to Seated. Now we're at AXS. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the official link, but at the end of the day, you still have to go through Ticketmaster or AXS. They are the only people in town.
And
you're
if it's
playing,
not, if you're going to StubHub,
then you're buying some hyped up ticket.
Yeah.
that
And
was
the only
already
way
bought.
they make money is the service fees that they tack on,
No.
like $34 a ticket or whatever it is.
and we're not saying anything except simple facts, right? We're
They're
not
just
going to
facts. If you are playing a venue, which 99% of venues on the planet Earth are owned by Live Nation or AEG, and if you do business with them, you are then required to do business with AXS or Ticketmaster, and that's the way it is. So it's like, what are we
Right.
gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Right. I like in my email today, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I got an email for a potential podcast sponsor, which was one of these. There's a handful of them. One of these third-party ticket sellers wanting to
No.
advertise, and just putting it out there. My response was, I'm pretty sure that they are a business which hikes and buys tickets, resells them at an inflated price.
Yep.
And my answer is, fuck them
Yeah,
all the way to hell.
that's amazing.
I refuse.
and then say warmly, Steve-O.
Right. And it's important to me to believe in the things that I promote.
Dude, me too. It like if nothing else, we have been afforded this incredible platform to like talk to a bunch of people.
Right.
Just say the thing. You know what I mean? Say the fucking thing.
Can we make
Like,
a song about that?
absolutely. Oh my god. Hold on. Oh, dude.
Yeah. If you're thinking it, then say it. I mean, dude.
In
Don't hold
particular,
back. Give them the
yes.
goods.
If you think it, say it. You know what I mean?
Whatever your filthy brain is thinking is what your filthy mouth should be saying.
Let it out. 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 God damn it. Let it out. Let it out. God damn it. 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 Let let it out. God damn it, 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 let it out. Hold back. Give it to him. Give him the goods. Don't hold back. Give it to him. God damn it, let it out. 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 People deserve to know what you're thinking. Let it out. God damn it, let it out. People deserve to know what you're thinking. God damn it, let it out. God damn it, let it out. People deserve to know what you're thinking. God damn it, let it out. The people deserve to know what you're thinking. God damn it, let it out. The people deserve to know what you're thinking. God damn it, let it out. The people deserve to know what you're thinking. God damn it, let it out. The people deserve to know what you're thinking. God damn it, let it out. The people deserve to know what you're thinking. God damn it, let it out. The people deserve to know what you're thinking. Ticketmaster. Ticketmaster. You rising prices, yeah. Fuck you got a stranglehold on the industry and you won't let go. I said, Ticketmaster, bitch, we ain't got no choice but to do business with you. You gotta sucking on your itty bitty titties. You gotta sucking on your itty bitty titties. People deserve to know what you're thinking. People deserve to know what you're thinking. Yeah, there we go.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, wow.
Unreal.
Unbelievable.
So sick.
Thanks, guys.
I'm glad you didn't loop the F word in on that one.
We can publish that one on.
Yeah.
That was nice. Oh, that, you know what? That felt good to say because it's like.
I mean, we're not actually
cathartic.
mad at Ticketmaster. That was pure satire.
Of course not. It was just everything we're saying is simply a recitation of objective fact. It's not. There's no opinion.
Right.
It's not editorial. Just
And
reporting the facts.
And if you're coming to one of my shows, I'm back on tour.
Oh, hell yeah.
Get your tickets at stevo.com, and that's going to protect you from these, what do you call it, predatory ticket resellers.
Yes.
Third-party
Yes.
ticket resellers.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
can you pull up what cities he's going to? I just want to see on a map real quick.
let's take a little look.
This is
Are
a
you
map
about to
of
start?
Marc.
Or are you?
I go back on tour for the first time in quite a while.
Oh, nice.
Starting on June 21st.
Yeah, it'd be cool to
that's
see if
great,
your guys'
dude.
paths cross
Dude, we're
at
gonna
all.
be on tour exactly the same time.
Look at there's Huntsville,
Oh, dope. Hell
Alabama, Tallahassee, Jacksonville, Clearwater, West
yeah. Dude,
Palm.
we're not doing any Florida, which really
Orlando,
upsets
Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm a big Florida guy.
Yeah?
I'm a Florida man.
Florida man, yeah.
Yeah, I am a Florida man. As is Vanilla Ice.
Oh, Dubuque, Lafayette. Oh, Nashville. I think we're gonna be in Nashville.
Oh wow.
I think.
Dude, I've got Nashville.
That's pretty
Sick.
dope, dude. That's dope.
Sick.
So when is that
I live in
through?
Nashville.
No, that's Nashville,
really?
Indiana.
Yeah,
Really?
Is that Indiana or Indianapolis?
Oh,
Oh, it's Nashville, Indianapolis.
oh, not Tennessee. Not Tennessee.
Right, but I moved to Tennessee.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dope. How do you like it over there?
I absolutely love it.
Really?
I mean, can you tell he's got the army pants on?
Yeah,
that's
I
right.
I absolutely love it.
Oh, dude, that's dope.
I leave on strike missions.
Wait, what's that?
It's just like
What
a
is that?
highly focused precision mission to record podcasts, get the word.
Oh, I
and
see.
then back to
Right
Tennessee,
back home.
right back to the ranch,
Hell yeah, dude.
the Radical Ranch, man.
So wait, you guys drive this thing, or do you keep
No,
this in California?
this stays in LA.
Got you. Okay. I was gonna say that's a trek.
The last strike mission, Vinny drove the van to Texas.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get him to do that again.
That was a rough one.
That's a rough
Yeah.
one. I
Yeah.
bet, dude. I bet.
But we recorded with Dr. Phil.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and
That is a
and
bizarre man.
And I enjoyed him. I enjoyed Dr.
I did
Phil
as
a lot.
well.
Yeah.
His episode didn't perform as well as the comedian who dresses up as Dr. Phil.
I
Adam
bet
Ray.
it did.
Yeah, Adam Ray dresses up as Dr. Phil.
Dude,
way
so
outperformed
And we
Dr.
we
Phil.
really thought Dr. Phil was gonna do.
We thought Dr.
really
Phil
well.
was going to be,
It's so good.
yeah.
It's so good.
Adam Ray is fantastic.
So funny.
So
Yeah,
do
I just
you-
drove across the country too. I took my car from New York to here, and now my car's here. But
Wow,
it's fun.
Did you make that drive with your girlfriend?
No, she was already here, but I made it with a guy who she introduced me to actually, who like helped me, was kind of like my crew along the way, and I would set up in various cities along the way and stream. You know, I do this thing which is what the tour is named after, We Outside, which is I just pull up to a street corner and like set up and play
dude,
for whoever's there.
I follow you on Instagram. I
Thanks,
see it.
man.
I love it.
It's fun.
When
It's
you go
fun.
out and do those shows on the streets, do the cops ever show up?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Oh, dude,
show-
like
yeah.
routinely. You obviously don't follow my guy on Instagram.
Sorry.
That's like a part of every video.
Yeah, they show up. They show
Yeah.
up
They
because
show
there's
up.
no permit, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like whatever. It's
And routinely the cops show up and like either Marc will say just give like 5 more minutes, or
Yeah.
they'll be like make it quick, you know. And then Marc will say to the adoring fans, "We've got 5 more minutes," or whatever. Like, and then they'll just party it out.
Yeah,
But the
it's-
cops are always super stoked on them.
It's true. I got lucky with the cops, honestly. I have to say.
I
mean,
think that you're just likable. I think
Yeah,
you're
maybe.
likable. I think your art is just too enjoyable. the cops can't. They're like the cops have a very hard time telling him he's got to stop.
it's true.
And talk to us about the girl who wanted a dog. I
Oh,
saw that.
man.
Was that not like a stratospheric viral video?
That
for
was
you?
an amazing event. Yes, it was awesome. Oh, that's a cool picture. That was in Harlem. That was really fun.
Which photo? They're all
But
pretty
it starts
fucking
like
cool.
this. It starts like that, like this one, and then
Yeah.
it turns into that.
It
You know what I mean?
starts with you at a table by yourself.
That was
and
the
it
same
ends
show.
up being like an arena show.
Exactly. It's so, dude. It's really, honestly, one of the things I'm the most proud of is that whole project last year.
Do you call that a flash mob? Or is that,
I called it "We Outside." That was it because it's like a New York phrase. You know, it's like a Queens phrase. "We
Right.
outside." Instead of saying like "We out here" or whatever, they say "We outside." So I just called it that. And I would pull up in various places throughout New York. And then I just kind of took it on the road very briefly on the way over here. But
I mean, when you say take it on the road,
Yeah.
like you're not getting. It goes against the whole spirit of what it is if you schedule it.
oh yeah, no scheduling
so
at all.
taking it on the road means
It's maybe a little generous of a phrase. Yeah, it's
Right.
like drive to Chicago, find an
it,
intersection, and like pull up. Yeah, basically. But
Right.
the dog one was really cool. The dog one was
But what was this? There was a little girl was at one of your spontaneous impromptu street performances,
Right.
And you just asked her a question, and she said, "I want a dog."
yeah. It was
And you
like
made the whole song about she wants a dog.
exactly.
And then, like, there was a follow-up where you surprised her with a dog.
No, I had nothing to do with it. I had nothing to fucking do with this. So yeah, that's exactly what you said. I was like, I probably asked her like, "What do you want? What's something that you really want?" And she's like, "A dog." So then,
Yeah.
let's get Hazel a dog. Whatever.
Yeah,
you
and
make
when
it
the
a whole
cops were
bit.
there for that one too, right?
Exactly. Yes. And so that was it. Basically, it was just a fun bit. Everyone goes home, but then one of my fan groups is like, "Let's get Hazel a dog."
Yeah,
So they
okay.
get in touch with the parents. The mom is about it, and then they find a donor, and then all of a sudden I get this video, and Hazel has a fucking dog, dude. Like, they got Hazel this puppy.
And then you get sued because the dog bit her face off.
No.
And I'm going to prison tomorrow afternoon. So this will be my last podcast, and it's been fun. It's been fun. No, but dude, it's just the most wholesome shit. It's like I didn't have to do anything, and this just happens.
It was fantastic.
Pretty cool stuff.
What what were some other like particular strong performers? I mean, I guess the Hazel Got a Dog was kind of an outlier.
That's a
in that
great one.
It had like such a uniquely personal,
Yes.
like a personality in it with Hazel.
There was one in Union Square in Manhattan where I was just doing a show. It was a particularly big crowd because, you know, Union Square is very densely
Right.
populated. And all of a sudden we hear something like in the distance, and we're like, what the hell is that? People clear the way, and it's like this all-black kids marching band. And they're walking down the street. I said, get over here!
Wow.
Everyone makes way. The marching band comes in, and then I sampled the marching band. I stick out my microphone and then make a beat with their percussion. And it was just one of those things. Man, it was just so dope.
Is that it on Union Square right there?
It's one of the
Yeah.
I have it on my Instagram. I have the clip somewhere on my Instagram. But
Yeah, and everybody get on, like, one of the most joyful things is to follow Marc on Instagram. I mean, it really,
Thanks, dude.
It genuinely is, man. Like,
I'm trying to get back to making some stuff. You know, I go through these. I'm in this existential period where it's like I haven't put out much stuff recently, and you know, it's like a ebb and flow of. I get these
mean,
ideas, and then I get this wave of inspiration, and then I'm.
Me too. Like I go through like some phases where it's like really important. We'll have like meetings to like schedule out like really top-notch Instagram posts.
Yeah.
Like we've gone so far as to schedule out like an entire month of stuff
Really?
that I'm just really jazzed about, and then I just don't have it in me anymore, and I'll just go quiet. I don't put out anything.
Really?
Like, yeah, I don't
Wow.
think that's a big deal. Like
Yeah, that's
as long as I'm never completely stagnant or just like inactive.
Right.
Like I'm always working on something, but like
That's good.
what I'm working on is just happens to be like months down the line.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but you're definitely not stagnant. Like, even if you're not doing stuff with work, you're building a skate ramp, or you're, you know,
Yeah.
like you're always doing something. Like,
That's
you're not
very
lazy.
impressive. I don't know if I have that level of drive in me, you know, but it's nice to hear that. I need to be comforted that like falling off for a second is not the end of the world. I know it's not because I've done it before, and then once you
Right.
get another good idea, people are right there to welcome you back, you know, generally.
Right.
So, but I
mean-
just get this big existential worry that like, oh man, I haven't put shit out in 2 months. That's it. I'm fucking done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just hate feeling that way. It's
Yeah.
just it's a weird way to feel about.
Read a motivational book.
Our heads can be mean to us.
Yes, they can. It's
Yeah.
like the worst kind of torture, you know.
Right.
You just get back out there and do some bullshit.
Yeah, it's like
and
when you
fine.
start a business, like the hardest part isn't actually the business. The hardest part is keeping yourself motivated every day to be happy enough to like get inspired and do the business.
Dude, that's so true. That's so true. Yeah, you need to. It's like doing stuff that is creative requires you to draw from a well. You have to draw, and it's not an endless well. It's an
Right.
exhaustible resource. You know, so you have to keep that resource fed, healthy, buoyant, and lit up so that you can take from it. And then once it's empty, it has to fill up again. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
kind of how I think
Well, it's
about
like
it.
after like a tour, it's important to recharge your batteries. If you don't recharge your batteries, you are
Oh, dude,
effed.
fucking dead.
You
Dead.
know, and it's okay.
I'm an empty shell after a tour. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know,
okay
yeah.
to not do anything for a week, you know, just to
Right.
kind of like decompress, because it's a lot.
It is a lot. It is a lot. Yeah, that's it's all good food for
But
thought.
it's also important to get off your ass and do something.
Very
Get
true.
off your ass and do. Can we make a song about that?
Yeah, dude. Oh man,
I thought you would never ask.
That's one of my
Get off your
favorite
ass, you
subjects.
lazy piece of crap. You lazy piece of crap.
What the fuck have you been doing? You haven't been doing shit. You lazy fuck.
What am I doing with my life?
Oh, you woke up? Good. Big deal. No one cares. No one cares.
Yeah.
What are you doing now?
Yeah, what have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me? Where's your new video, you fuck?
Yeah.
No one cares about you anymore. You're dying. You're dying on the vine.
That's how I feel about my
Yeah, dude.
Here we go.
You're
Let's put this right here. That's how we get comfortable.
You haven't done a thing. I hope you're proud of yourself because you haven't done a thing.
Wait, hold on. Do that again. Yes.
I hope you're proud of yourself because you haven't done a thing. I hope you're proud of yourself because you haven't done a thing. I hope you're proud of yourself because you haven't done a thing. I hope you're proud of yourself because you haven't done a thing. Do the thing, baby. Of yourself because you haven't done a thing. I hope you're proud of yourself because you haven't done a thing. I hope you're proud of yourself because you haven't done a thing. I hope you're proud of yourself because you haven't done a thing. I hope you're proud of yourself because you haven't done a thing. I hope you're proud of yourself because you haven't done a thing. I hope you're proud of yourself because you haven't done a thing. I hope you're proud of yourself because you haven't done a thing. I hope you're proud of yourself because you haven't done a thing. I hope you're proud of yourself because you haven't done a thing. I hope you're proud of yourself because you haven't done a thing. I hope you're proud of yourself because you haven't done a thing. I hope you're proud of yourself because you haven't done a thing. I hope you're proud of yourself because you haven't done a thing. I hope you're proud of yourself because you haven't done a thing.
Lazy piece of shit!
I hope you're proud of yourself because you
You don't want to do it? Oh, you're tired? Oh, you're just tired and not motivated? You don't want to do it?
I hope you're proud of yourself because you haven't done a thing.
I don't care.
You're proud of yourself because you
I
haven't
don't
done a thing.
I don't care. Get the fuck up and do it, and do it, and get the fuck up and do it, and do it. I don't give a fuck about your petty ass, lame ass excuses. Get the fuck up and do it, and listen to Steve-O.
I hope you're proud of yourself because you haven't done a thing. I hope you're proud of yourself because you haven't done a thing.
No! Do it.
Do the thing. Do the thing.
Just do the
Incredible.
thing, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's actually really good for me to think about that because that you get so in your head with that shit, and it's
Yeah.
like. It just fucking do it. It doesn't
Yeah.
really matter. No, they just want to see you do some shit, you know?
Do the thing.
You do the
man.
thing to get the energy to do the thing.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you get. Just do.
Yeah.
Great
human,
advice.
We're human. What is it? Human beings, not human. What is that saying? Human doings, not human beings.
Mmm.
Never heard that?
Oh,
It's
nice.
sort of- Yeah.
Humans doing, not humans being. or
Something.
whatever,
There's
something.
Yeah.
a saying like that. I botched
Human,
it.
it's Scott's got it the other way around.
Ah.
That guy, that from philosophy that you're supposed to just be. You're a human being, not a human doing.
Oh, I
But
see. I see.
We
Yeah.
aggressively take the opposite stance.
Right,
If you're not
flip
doing
that.
it, you're a loser.
You're nothing. You
true.
don't
Yeah,
exist.
yeah.
if
All you're
not
doing is
doing.
being a human being, aka loser.
Pathetic.
Tell that
Yeah.
to the Zen masters out there.
Yeah.
What are
yeah.
you doing? I'm not a human being, dude. I'm doing.
I'm a human
Yeah,
chilling,
dude.
dude. Human chilling.
So when we pulled up, we were introduced to your lovely girlfriend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Francesca.
Yep.
The best.
Did
the
she
best.
go on the road with you?
Actually recently, I mean, we've been dating for a little less than a year, but love of my life. And
Nice.
yeah, she's the first girlfriend I've had in a very, very long time. So
we heard you.
it takes a special person. Yeah.
We heard you we heard you copping to having a pretty disastrous track record with relationships.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, track record is generous. I really haven't
Yeah.
had a
Right.
relationship at all, really. Up until 10 plus years
It's
of like
crazy,
nothing. just bachelorhood.
I've been in a relationship for more than 7 years now.
Wow.
I was with my lady.
Yes,
when,
I met her. She's great.
When we went to your drive-in show.
Yeah.
My girl doesn't come with me on tour.
Really?
They have special occasions.
Oh, okay, got you.
Special legs.
Special shows.
So I try to go on tour for like 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
Oh,
2 weeks
really?
Kind of hit it hard for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah. And then take a break.
And then back off. So I'm
That's
like,
kind of nice.
yeah.
I should try that sometime.
I'd
nice.
like, it would be a lot better to just make money every day forever.
Well, yeah. Yeah, that'd be great.
But,
yeah.
but like mental health is a thing, and the health of my relationship is also a thing.
See, yeah, that's interesting. I think that's kind of we're just starting to play with that right now, because as it has been, the only shows that I've had to do since we've been together are like one-offs. So she'll fly with me to, like, she was there with me for the last Red Rocks, so she flew with me there and then flies with me to go, you know, they're one-off shows, so it's not like a tour.
Yeah.
But this is about to be like a tour, so I'm going to be gone for whatever, 2 months, so, and in Europe. So she's going to fly in, you know, I guess we're just playing around with how it's going to work. I don't think
Be on
there's...
a bus in Europe?
Yeah, I'll be on a bus in Europe.
Do you have your bus company picked out?
Oh, yeah.
What was that one
Beat the
called?
Street.
Beat the Street. That's it.
That's who you got?
Yeah, dude. We got a
Yeah.
little double-decker. It's going to be
Oh,
dope.
dude.
Dude, the
Hey, you
double-decker
might be on
was
the
so
same bus
sick.
we
So
had.
dope,
Yeah.
right? With the little upstairs
Yeah,
thing.
dude. The
It's-
double-decker.
That's where it's at, dude. That's,
The-
yeah, there it is.
With the bed upstairs.
Is
bed
that our
upstairs.
bus?
Dude, yes.
Like that, I think that's specifically
That
our
looks
bus.
exactly like the one I took too. The same color
And the
combination. too.
person who was on it before me was Justin Bieber.
No
when
shit.
I was on there.
Mine was Hans Zimmer.
Nice.
The composer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Which
the-
Hans Zimmer has a tour bus?
Yeah. He was just playing at the Hollywood Bowl. They do like
No shit.
He's a composer, right, for like
Yeah.
the movies.
Yeah, he did, you know.
Yeah,
whatever,
I would like to go
Bat-
see him.
Dark Knight and
Jacking off in the same bed as Hans Zimmer. How about that, dude?
so lucky. I'm
Yeah.
so lucky.
Rarefied stains.
Justin Bieber's
Yeah.
caked jizz just lining the walls of that private
Yeah.
cabin.
It's fantastic. So again, like, we're gonna let everybody know
Yeah.
that to get the tickets for this spectacular tour,
Yes.
they are going to weoutside.com.
They're going to weoutside.world.
.world.
Or you can just go to my website, marcrebillet.com.
MarcRebillet.com.
It'll take you to the exact same place.
Yeah.
Come see me in Europe if you're over there. I'm playing like a bajillion festivals and then a number of really cool back-to-back shows in major cities. And then North America doing some back-to-back shows in really cool venues here too. Playing like 8 shows at Blue Note and Red Rocks again and Talia Hall in Chicago and just cool places. Cool places. So.
Fantastic, dude.
Thanks,
I
man.
can't heap enough praise on you. I love your art. I love your social media.
Thank
I love,
you, man.
I love your body.
I've been a lifelong fan. You like my little nipples?
I love your physique.
Thanks, man.
You are an absolute piece of ass. Very jealous of your girlfriend, and I can't wait to see you again.
Dude, likewise. Thank you for having me.
Dude,
It's
big
honestly
time,
so
man.
dope. You're the shit.
And you were totally. It would have been okay to say no. I don't want to like be your monkey or you do your trick, do tricks, perform, bring your looper. But you did. Meant the world to me.
Oh, dude, for you, anything. Always,
Yeah,
always.
Dude, meant
You
the
are-
world to me.
Thanks,
Fucking
man.
Thank you, brother.
Love you, dude. That's
Hell yeah,
awesome.
I love you too.
Thanks.
And there you have it, folks. A really, really loopy, fun, wild episode. Just rooting for that guy. And I'm rooting for you, my beautiful, wonderful street team. So let me tell you what's going on. We're here at Scott Randolph's house in Los Angeles. It's my first time back in Los Angeles as a visitor since I moved out of my house and sold it. Did sell it. I'm here on a little strike mission. I got my birthday party this Saturday. What stresses me out, man, you invite a bunch of people to your birthday party and they're like, oh, they're not going to show up. I'm going to feel like a loser. But I think a bunch of people will show up. And who cares, man? I'm just living my life. living my life, dude, and feeling good. I love you. Thank you for sticking around to the very end. And man, shit's gonna get crazy coming up here pretty soon. Woo!
Where do I position this so I'm
Fist away from your mouth.
Okay, and
That looks good.
that looks good.
Yeah, that looks really good. You look really comfortable. That's your camera. This is
That's my camera. So I'm over. Okay.
Yeah, we used green for you last time. I'm not mad at the idea of sticking with green.
I don't see any.
You remember
green.
that?
Oh, there you go. There you go.
How do you remember that?
I
Well, because
remember.
we're-
I remember with the other RV a sense of hypocrisy, because Steve was such a animal lover, and it bothered him when he couldn't get a car. He got a car, but it was leatherette seats, and people would think that it was real leather, and that offended his sense of
No, it was
protecting the
real
animal.
leather
And this
seats.
is just fake fur.
Right.
But to me, it's disrespectful of the animals.
I was offended by the seats being leather, and I cut out the leather.
Yeah, I know you did, but then it bothered you that people thought that you had the leather because the fake leather was so realistic.
This is so obviously fake leather.
Ladies
that I'm
and
actually
gentlemen,
okay with it.
Dad. This is great right here.
Yeah, Dad episode part 2, the second appearance. Now we're on the tour bus. What do you think of the tour bus?
It's interesting.
You call it?
I called Gigi,
Yeah.
and I called it that, I think, before you'd even closed the purchase.
Correct.
Gigi standing not for a sexy woman, but for gas guzzler.
Yeah.
I think you kind of discovered that, and it's worth it to you. I'm not suggesting that you either can't or shouldn't afford it, but it's just a feature that is important to anybody who might consider getting one of these things.
Well, the dynamics of my tour, being a theater tour with each night representing a different city, really precludes airplane travel. So we were either going to rent a bus or buy a bus.
I agree with that, and you've done well in the theaters, and the theaters generally, I guess, are easier for finding parking.
That's true
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, plus I don't have to worry about it because we've got a bus driver.
Well, that's a plus as well.
Yeah. So you're on the bus. It's comfy. It's
It's
fun.
got a lot of recording shit all over the place, and crap food, and but it's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. And when you refer to my closing the deal on the RV tour bus,
Yeah.
you know all about that because you're so intimately looped into my business and the affairs of my business.
Absolutely, and it was, to me, I guess it was a chicken and an egg. You couldn't do the theater tour without the bus, but if the theater tour didn't work, you were taking on a lot of overhead that might be difficult to justify. And you brought it together. The timing was not only good, but you managed it, and it's turned out to be highly successful. I am not being critical of you having the tour bus, but it does. I'm just haunted by the animals that are represented.
All right. Now, since the last time that you were on the hit Wild Ride with Steve-O podcast, you've become a formal member of my team, not just a supportive dad, but it started with the restructuring of my business management. You
Right.
helped with that, and you came on my team in a formal paid capacity.
Right.
Then it expanded to you being in charge of my insurance needs.
Yes.
Because insurance is an Achilles heel for me.
Right.
And then it expanded even further to I would say a human resource capacity.
And don't forget the legal.
The legal, right? So it's pretty crazy to me, like just to imagine if 20 years ago, 30 years ago, if you said to a young Steve-O, hey, you know what? It's actually going to work out for you. You're actually going to achieve an international level of exposure and you're going to have a successful career, and your dad is going to be on your payroll. Like, that would that'd be too much. And here we are, and it's great.
I guess the thing that's surprising to me is that not all, but virtually all of my business experience came with large corporations. And it's fascinating to me how the disciplines, the learning experiences, and the practices can translate across different businesses. You're a relatively small business, by corporate standards, very small, but within the entertainment business, even relatively small. You're notably undisciplined much of the time. And yet it works because translating the principles that large companies follow into simplified programs that can be effectively implemented in smaller companies is really incredible. And I had one experience. I was doing some independent consulting for a golf course developer in Vero Beach, and the assignment was, bringing to his development managers, large company structures and disciplines, like job descriptions, like financial reporting, like strategies, like all this kind of stuff that we're now talking about, and it literally does translate.
Yeah. And when you say I'm undisciplined much of the time, I think I'm actually really quite consistent in being very disciplined in distinct areas and very undisciplined in other areas all the time.
There's a fine line between self-discipline and compulsiveness.
Okay. I compulsiveness.
You are fantastic when you're interested in something.
Right.
But frequently, far more important things that you're not interested in kind of fall by the boards.
Right, and that's been a problem. Right? We might as well be candid and talk about what I describe as an intervention, which you and Scott Randolph over here.
How many interventions have we had?
I mean, there was one that really stuck out.
When I came out to California in this past couple of months, I thought that was kind of a big one.
That was an intervention for the big picture of my business sort of, world.
Which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about the phone call where Dad said, hey, it's really demoralizing to work extremely hard on putting something together for you and then present all of our work to you in an email which doesn't even get opened. and that really stung. That really stung, and it's tough. I really do. And I think that as undisciplined as I am when I'm not, on fire for something, the one saving grace is that I've managed to surround myself with a team of people who fill in my gaps.
You have. And honestly, I'm proud to be a part of that.
I love it. I'm so proud of having you on my team. I'm so grateful for having you on my team, and you genuinely help my team so much.
But there is a hidden agenda that I feel very strongly about, and I've told you this before, but for the benefit of the camera. There are a small minority of entrepreneurs become successful. But in absolute numbers, there are a lot of successful, very wealthy people. And the small businesses grow. And typically, a business reaches a certain size where it becomes too big for the entrepreneur to be able to manage it within his comfort system. One exit strategy is to sell out to a larger business and take a bunch of millions of dollars and fade off into the sunset. The other is to be a compulsive control freak and insist on running it yourself until you run into the ground and you don't have any millions of dollars. In your case, you don't have the option to sell because your business is your brand. You are the business. And so it's important to me to get you to a point where you can fulfill the role of a professional manager. I'm not going to be around forever. I'm almost 80 years old. It's a race against time to get you competent before I'm no longer in the picture.
Man, is that tough to swallow. That's tough to hear. Oof. And I think it makes for a good time to mention how universally, as I understand it, universally well received the first podcast that you and I recorded together, how moving and just beautiful it was, to be able to express my gratitude for our relationship.
But I didn't get as many hits as Tony Hawk that week.
No, I don't know. I'm not sure, but it ranks among the more popular ones.
Great.
You're a top tier guest.
Fantastic.
Right. And I don't think that we need to drag everybody through the minutia of my business world, but strides are being made for me to become more competent of a manager, and boy, is there a long way to go.
But they've come a long way too.
Yeah.
The glass is half full, it's not half empty.
Right.
Well, part of the argument for me is like, how many days in a row have you meditated?
I have meditated for 1,100 and some days in a row.
20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes at night.
Typically, I do 25 minutes in the morning and 16 minutes at night.
Your life would change, your business life would change significantly if you just looked at your emails 5 minutes in the morning. That would probably solve every problem that you ever have.
You think he could solve a problem of that magnitude in just 5 minutes?
I mean, how many emails do you think you're behind now?
Oof.
Because the last intervention, he was like 500 or 600, and then you swore you'd never do it again.
I didn't swear I would never do it again. I swore that I would get better at it, and I did get better at it. And recognizing that the problem is not going to be entirely fixed, I think that what we have adapted to is a system by which we alert me to really important stuff that needs immediate attention, recognizing that I'm never going to be on top of all of the emails.
Well,
and when we do alert me to something important that needs immediate attention, my track record is pretty good for giving that immediate attention.
88%, I would say.
All right, well, that's better than it was before the intervention. That's what you call recovery.
You're on track.
I'm trying to figure out if you're aware that something is important. Obviously, you're going to give it attention. You rely very heavily, I think, in Scott and Isaac to identify for you what you should be paying attention to. And it may be a while before they get you to answer the phone or talk to them about it. There's a time lag there that I think still is a problem.
And it is becoming a
Smaller problem.
progress, man. We're making big progress.
Right.
We're on the right track.
And as some of my bosses said, progress is important up to a point, but if that's all you got, you're going to get your ass fired.
What was the thing about the newspaper? I remember you telling me something about there was like 5 executives in there, and you'd leave 4 newspapers.
Oh yeah. This we had. I guess there was a team. I had 5 guys that reported to me, and the office was in a big old house. We got a lease on it and subdivided the larger rooms into cubicles. There were probably 60 people, more or less, that occupied it, and we had complimentary copies of the local newspaper. But I forget whether it was by accident or certainly eventually it was by design. There was 1 fewer newspaper than the number of people who were entitled to pick it up on the way into the office. And it reached a point where kind of guys were walking around with the newspaper under their arm, and whoever didn't have it kind of felt sensitive, and it was a hidden motivation, to get
to
their
work
ass
on time.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Wow. So if you didn't have the newspaper under your arm, you were a flaky, late loser.
That's a bit of an exaggeration. There was an hour or 2 of sensitivity and embarrassment. But there are a lot of very good, competent people that can't get their ass out of bed in the morning, and you're one of them.
Yeah. Yep. Scott is very, very prejudiced against anybody who doesn't show up exactly on time.
Well, yeah.
And what Dad just said is that there are certain people who, even if they might show up a few minutes late, are valuable enough that you got to overlook that.
But, and more in the larger corporations than even in entrepreneurial things, it's like your credibility is like savings in a bank.
Right.
And if you spend your money stupidly, you're going to have less savings and not as much to show for.
Right.
If you waste your credibility on trivial things, it's a net loss, no matter how you define it.
Right.
When we started working together, you were up by 9 and your bed was made every day, except on the road when we were doing late shows. But that was your thing.
Yeah, that was something that continued after my living in a halfway house, where that was the rule.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say that.
Institutionalized.
I mean, I don't know. If I sleep to a certain point, then I start feeling like, okay, now I'm starting to feel like a loser. But that doesn't happen at 9 a.m. anymore.
Well, I feel like it's crazy.
Like 10. I generally am getting up. 10 is my norm these days.
When you
11.
started to become a little bit successful in the tour, and you had the merch sales developing, you frequently had to stay up until 1 or 2 in the morning to handle the merch after the second show.
Right.
And my sense is that's when it kind of fell off a cliff, because it gave you a legitimate excuse to sleep in the morning.
I mean, when I'm on tour, then forget about the morning. And I think we might have covered this when we spoke to you on the podcast last time, that by going into business, that you are kind of a black sheep in your family.
I wouldn't put it that way. I mean, my family are, all academics.
Academics, theologians, zoologists.
My grandfather wrote a number of theological books that were acclaimed at the time.
And that's impressive. Is there anybody on your side of the family who isn't at least a PhD or the equivalent?
I guess, my cousin on my mother's side of the family is very much like me. An undergraduate degree and a business background and
Clyde White.
a similar range of interests.
Clyde White, and that's your cousin on the mother's side of the family.
Yes.
Who broke my jaw when I was 10 years old, maybe 11 years old. And I was going to baseball camp every summer. I was a fanatic about baseball. And we were at Clyde White's house, and Clyde White's pitching the baseball to me, and I'm just roping it all over, and Dad's the fielding it. Dad gets sick and tired of running around after this ball to get it back to Clyde to pitch it to me again, so he says, Clyde, burn it in faster. He wants to make it more difficult for me to hit the ball everywhere, and Clyde, who very much looks up to Dad, burns it in faster. Burns it in so fast it hits me right in the jaw and breaks my jaw. And so we know that there's a problem here. But Dad's putting me on an airplane to fly by myself from Boston to London, England. And before Dad being ever the responsible dad, he says, before I put you on this flight by yourself, you're going to eat a hamburger. He made me eat a hamburger, and I'm like, Dad, it hurts. Shut up and eat it.
I think I offered it, and you politely declined, and you suffered the pangs of hunger in the long flight to London.
I think he made me eat it. But it's fun. It's fun and it's funny. And yeah, you're right that your cousin is very much a successful businessman.
Correct. And the other thing that's kind of interesting, you had one of the distinctive features of your childhood was that when we moved back to London, you were age 10.
9.
9? About, was it 9? 19?
Yep, I turned 10 in 4th grade.
Okay, fair enough. Almost 10. And I remember getting a phone call from the mother of one of your classmates. They were inviting you to go and do an overnight with them one weekend. And she called up to find out if we minded you traveling on the London Underground. And their son, who was also about 10, and they'd lived there for a while, was streetwise and allowed to travel in the Underground. So I talked to your mom and said, well, if that's the way it works, he's getting an early start, but that's going to be good. And in no time at all, you were traveling independently all over London, using the Underground system to go wherever the hell you wanted to go.
By myself
unsupervised.
at the age of 10.
Yeah. And there are a lot of people, I guess, that might call that irresponsible parenting. But the flip side of that argument is that every kid inevitably comes to a point of vulnerability, of risk.
Yeah.
And kids that have grown up in American suburbs and never been able to go anywhere unless driven by their parents, and then the big thing is to get their driver's license, but it's just a very, very different world.
Right.
And then they get out, into college or work or whatever it is, and they got drugs all over the place and all kinds of shit going on, and they get hit all at once, a tsunami wave of temptations and risk. And I like to think that by spreading that risk over your life, it was incremental, and you gained experience. You became street smart, and I think that was kind of maybe a risky investment, but one that paid off.
Sure. I had all of the freedom at the age of 10 that the average American kid doesn't enjoy until they turn 16 and have access to a car.
No, not even close. The average American doesn't get close to your freedom until at age 10, until they're away at college and removed from parental supervision and any kind of curfew controls.
And despite that, being introduced to independence at such a young age, man, did I do a tsunami of drugs and alcohol as soon as I got to college.
Well, hey, all's well that ends well.
Right. I agree.
And you had that disposition. I mean, It didn't matter whether you were riding the London Tube at 10 or whether you were a freshman in college at 18.
Right.
The drugs and booze and everything was going to come your way no matter what.
For sure. No question about that. Now, I wonder... I told you that I think it's really interesting how you come from this line of academics with the emphasis on theology and clergymen. I mean, what's the clergy influence in your family tree? Clergy being somebody who's a priest or a church official.
Maybe a great uncle in England that I hardly knew. My grandfather wrote theological books and occasionally was a guest preacher, but nobody in my family that I'm aware of, at least that I knew during my life, was ever a full-time preacher.
Oh, okay. Then I'm glad that we've cleared that up. You, when you were maybe 25 years old, before you met Mom, younger.
When did I? I'm just trying. Yeah, it's about right.
And what was it? The famous televangelist you got in.
This was before I met your mother. A very good friend of mine that I'm still close to him. Peter Nichols, we went to nursery school together way back.
He's the one who we met.
He was taking his. He was at University of British Columbia. I think he was into his master's program then, but I'm not sure. And I hung out with him, and his girlfriend had a girl I was introduced to, and she seemed kind of interesting. And somehow I got invited to a Sunday luncheon at her uncle's house. And this was a guy I could instantly respect. At the time, he was in his middle 40s, I guess, visibly successful both in his business and in his lifestyle. And the first indication I ever had that it was possible both to be relatively wealthy and successful in business and also to be a Christian. I mean, now you know there are many examples, but in those days, I thought if you're going to be a Christian, you had to be poor, and I didn't want to be poor. So anyway, this guy, Jack Oliver, was an influence, and his niece included me in that Sunday luncheon, and by coincidence, the following week, the Billy Graham Crusade was coming to Vancouver. And this was the main topic of conversation. The family were all totally involved in the organization and the committees and that kind of thing. And I was living in this boarding house. I mean, it was probably better than what you'd think of a boarding house being today, but I had a modest room in a modest house. And there were several other guys that were paying weekly rents to live there. And I was kind of curious about this whole Billy Graham thing. And my roommate, who was from Chilliwack, British Columbia, and not too worldly a guy, but a nice guy, I said, hey, why don't we go to the Billy Graham Crusade and find out what it's all about? And so we went, and the music, and the fantastic show.
So you got sucked into it.
And I was, people say that I'm not emotional, and but I kind of got a little bit emotional.
Okay.
And so we went forward, and what I suddenly realized was that standing behind me was my host, the uncle of, and this lady could never be called a girlfriend because they belonged to the Plymouth Brethren sect, and any lechery in my mind was a pipe dream. I mean, this was, it took me not very long to figure that out, but by then I was kind of,
okay.
I like the Sunday lunches. But, he was standing behind me, and the way these things work, members of the local Christian community volunteer to, sort of be a sponsor, similar to AA.
So what we're getting to is that for a somewhat brief, or how long were you into the Christian thing?
Well, I had rejected it in high school because I was forced to go to church, and I just looked around and saw a bunch of hypocrites. So I'd rejected it. But this was kind of a new thing, and I got into it. I had about 2.5 months, 3 months left in Vancouver, and I went to the Plymouth Brethren Assembly every Sunday, and I went to Bible study and all this kind of stuff. And I went back to Toronto, and I met your mother, and she had an Anglican upbringing, but she wasn't too terribly devout, and it kind of gradually receded.
So this was a pretty brief stint.
Yeah, but as an extreme case, for a while I lived in a rundown, shitty big house where we had about 6 or 8 of us that paid the rent, and every weekend there'd be guys sleeping on the floor that had stopped in for the football game or something. And I remember one Sunday morning, this buddy of mine was absolutely passed out from the night before, and he's asleep on the living room floor. And I said, hey, Rich, do you want to come to church with me?
Yeah, right.
And we, that didn't go anywhere. But I decided within 6 months that was not the life I wanted for the rest of my life.
But having had that experience,
I had the monkey on my back. I had this fear of eternal damnation and all the stuff that the evangelists put out. And then my business side kicked in, and I said, if this world is finite, and by doing what I want to do, I'm screwing myself for eternity, that doesn't sound like a good strategy. So then I said, I've got to, figure out, a factual basis so I don't feel vulnerable for giving up on it. And that started probably 35 or 40 years, not of intensive study, but reading a lot of different books on various aspects of Christianity to find what I thought were enough loopholes that I didn't have to worry about hell and damnation.
I love that. And in doing that, you developed a relationship with a pastor at the local church in England.
Yes.
And he guided you through the literal original scriptures that became the Bible and the actual translation from Aramaic and Greek?
Yes, guided is a big word. He claimed that he could read classical Greek, and I had no foundation for either believing or disbelieving that. But the thing that always bothered me, among the things that bothered me the most, this, I think it's either chapter 14, verse 6 in the book of John, or 6:14, I forget the sequence. But the saying, there is no way
to my Father but
except through me.
Right.
And you see these people holding signs at football games on TV that quote John
3:14.
Yeah, whatever it is. And I said, Gary, help me with that. I mean, how is it possible that a genuinely good religion could condemn genuinely good people to damnation simply because they believe in a different religion?
Right. And to put into perspective here, what you had done in isolating this one translated line, which says from the Bible, the English translation is the only way to my Father is through me.
Yes.
And it's that one line, and only that one line, upon which this whole idea that you have to accept Jesus Christ as your Savior to go to heaven is based.
I'm sure there's a lot more to it than that. That's the flagship line.
That's the flagship line.
That's the flagship line. And Gary said to me, well, think about this for a second. What if I gave you an alternative translation from the original manuscripts, which was an equally valid translation? And that translation would be, Christ speaking, now that I have come to this earth and shared my teachings, it will be easier for more people to find God. And the light flashed on it. I said, son of a bitch. I mean, is that really an equally valid translation? And he said, yes. And then you got to look at the history of the New Testament. There have been more than 100 different English translations, from the original manuscripts and in many different languages. It was first put together at the Nicene Council in 325 under Constantine, Emperor Constantine. Yep. And they collected all of the senior members of the then, I guess it was a Catholic church, but it wasn't referred to as Catholics, to pull together what the New Testament would be. And they all went through, there are many, many manuscripts and books and competing entries. And obviously they all had an axe to grind. They wanted the power. They wanted to consolidate power. And so they chose selectively what books would be included and what would be excluded. And then over time, as each subsequent translation or edition was produced, the people that had the self-interest, the axe to grind, were coming up with the translations that would best serve their purpose. And so the other piece that came together, that was one piece that was important. The other thing I got interested in, Flavius Josephus was a famous historian at that time in early Palestine at the time of Christ, and he led an uprising against Rome. He was captured. He went back. He was taken back to Rome. He befriended the emperor, and he returned to Palestine with the mission of trying to get the Jews to accept more peacefully the Roman rule. He became the most famous historian of that era. I don't have the credentials to validate that, but you look him up on...
Is this the manuscript that he wrote, which only mentions Christ one time in like 500 pages?
No, 900 pages.
It's like a small paragraph.
Yeah, 900 pages.
And there was this one little section on one page. And I said, okay, that's possibly extreme. But if all of this shit was going on that is the foundation of the modern religion, and if the evangelical theory of history was accurate, why would Josephus have so completely ignored it?
Right. And
Now,
when-
is that absolutely compelling, decisive condemnation? No, but it's another source of questions that starts you thinking about the history of the time, and
right.
and yeah, that bothered me. And then the Catholic, which I guess is universally Christian, but the theory of original sin, and the theory that everybody is a sinner at birth, and the only way they can stop being a sinner and
Well, the only way they can be saved.
is by accepting Christ. And there was one author, Burton Mack. He was a theologian at the University of Washington, and he was, a skeptic of Christianity. And one of the things I'll never forget, his theory was that at that time, the religion of the area was Orthodox Judaism. And Orthodox Judaism had an incredible litany of rules. I mean, from not eating shellfish, you got to do this.
Right.
I mean, it was unbelievable. And the simple Christian doctrine, Christ embraced the Ten Commandments and basically said, if you live the Ten Commandments, you'll have a better life and you'll be a better human being. And Burton Mack's theory was that by Christ establishing the Ten Commandments as the rule of the religion, all of this shit in the Orthodox Judaism of, you can't do this, you can't do that, you must do this, you can't do that, all that kind of stuff went by the boards.
Right.
And so in accepting Christ, it wasn't that that's the only way of being saved, but it's the way that people could escape from this incredible long list of rules that they could never obey.
Right.
And since failure to obey all of them meant you were a sinner, when you didn't have to obey them all, you weren't a sinner.
Right. And I think in the subject of translation, I think that it's actually commandments, isn't it? I think it's more 10 suggestions.
I never got to that point. I'm not going to go take either side of that.
Okay.
Maybe
I won't
basically
either.
the Ten Commandments are essentially similar in Judaism and Islam as well as Christianity. Whether Moses brought them down from the mountain and the tablets, I'm not qualified to say, but they're universally recognized as a key to a better life.
Right. And man, wouldn't it be great if all of the various religions were just on the same page?
Yeah.
They could all equally be, that's why the church that I go to from time to time, called the Self-Realization Fellowship, is considered a church of all religions. Their opening prayer is, beloved God, Father, Mother, saints of all religions, we bow to you all. Recognizing every religion as an equally viable path to heaven.
But let me, for a second, take the flip side of that. I can't prove this statistically, but I have a bias that if you had demographically matched samples of sincere Christians in one room and atheists or agnostics in the other room, and there was some way of measuring their happiness in life, I would be willing to bet that the Christian group would be more happy than the non-Christian group.
I don't disagree with that.
And yet, if you get into the situation that I was in, where I felt trapped by the extremists, in the Christian faction, and had the motivation to do the reading that I did, now I came up with a understanding, a limited, not a theological or a really academic understanding, but a practical understanding.
A spiritual position. A position on spirituality.
And the other thing, I remember talking to a devout Christian at the golf club one day, and I forget how it came up. It was maybe we're talking about anti-Semitism. It was maybe one of the Jewish holidays, and he said that anti-Semitism was either founded, based, influenced by the belief that the Jews killed Christ. I turned to him and said, Ron, that's bullshit. Christ chose to die. He could have avoided the crucifixion, but he chose to die because it was important to fulfill the prophecies in the scriptures. And that's why, he
Wasn't Christ also a Jew? So to say that the Jews killed him might be a little bit weird.
well, no, but the Jewish establishment wanted to get rid of him because he was undermining their control of their population. His teaching went directly against the teaching of Orthodox Judaism.
Right, with all the rules.
With all the rules and the power. I mean, again, religion, a lot of distinguish between honest religion and organized religion. Organized religion is a lot about power, and there's not a whole lot difference between the Jews, the Christians, and the Muslims. The hierarchy wants to gain, build, and keep power.
Right.
Well, I also read that like in the 14 or 1500s, Revelations wasn't even in the Bible at the time, and so that they had two versions of Revelations. One was a positive version, one was a negative version, like damnation and hell, because the church was hurting and they needed to get people in there to donate 10% of their tithing, and so they decided to put the negative version in there, and that's where the horsemen of the apocalypse, and if you don't,
Yeah.
whatever. So they chose that version to get people scared to go to church in order to make more money.
I'm not aware of that specific,
But it
honestly.
checks out.
But the logic ties in with a lot of other logic.
Yeah,
Right.
I listen to a lot of Bart Ehrman. He's a biblical scholar of the New Testament, and he debates people all the time on that. And he was a Christian, same thing, but he talks about the fact that Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John, they can't even confirm that it was written by Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John, because the person that was writing it never even said his own name. And so they said what a lot of people did in that time is they would it was like a battle to get not published, but your papyrus to circulate throughout the community. And what they think is that the first, I forget which book was first, but it was written 90 years after Christ lived. So it was even recalling these events or what he said, it'd be like trying to remember verbatim Truman's speech on TV. It'd be impossible. And furthermore, they said that there's more changes to the New Testament than there are words. So,
I would believe that because there have been so many different interpretations and translations, and everyone who came up with their own version had a personal axe to grind.
right.
And how many people have a deep enough knowledge of classical Greek and Aramaic to get into a serious debate with a theologian about the translations he's chosen to put out?
Well, even the word for hell was different. It didn't mean a fiery place. It just meant if
you might be unhappy if you don't.
you have a burning in your stomach, like anxiety or just sin. I think the original translation for sin was just missing the mark.
Yeah, but you go to all the churches and art galleries in Europe, all the paintings show people dying in hell and arrows in them.
Right.
Yeah.
But still, that's not till the 1500s.
That's true.
But so I was raised Catholic, and I saw that in my church, and I'm sitting here thinking as a 7, 8, 9-year-old kid, I'm looking at Saint Felicitas Perpetua getting beheaded, or what kind of abuse is that? Where you're looking at these pictures, or they're saying well, if I was always taught that my dad was going to hell because he wasn't a Catholic. And so it's I'm being told by nuns that my dad's going to hell. I'm wait a minute, that's gnarly to say this to some child, Have
you ever thought about what hell is? I have a philosophy. All of these paintings in the art galleries, pure bullshit, because we know that the body, disintegrates, is cremated. The body does not survive. So what survives is the spirit. And now you got these haunted castles in Europe, these places where supposedly the spirits roam around and they're unhappy. My theory is that there is a spiritual afterlife, and if you have feel guilt about sins that you committed while you were living, that you never dealt with, made amends for, took care of, it's perfectly believable to me that this in the spiritual afterlife, the spirit would be haunted by that. And when you say rest in peace, presumably that means spirits which are not haunted by it. But the criterion there isn't what the Catholic Church or any other organized religion says you should do. It's what you feel good or bad about yourself in terms of the life that you lived, and whether or not you took advantage of opportunities to make amends.
Life review.
I like a life review big time, and I love that a lot. I think that it's a very constructive approach that you took to get that monkey off your back. I'm glad that you did get the monkey off your back, and I also agree that people of faith are happier people. I agree with that.
That's true, and obviously, they're not happier people if they have faith, which is going back now a number of years, deemed to be insufficient. I mean, there's an awful lot of serious persecution of people who were genuinely religious. That's less of an issue now than it was, but in some countries that's still an issue.
Right. But I'm glad that we discussed that, and I'm glad that you wrote what did you call it? My belief on spirituality, and you wrote it as a letter to me, my sister Cindy, and any future grandchildren alike.
I read it in New Zealand, and I didn't stop reading it until I got to the part where you mentioned your wedding date with Steve's mom, and it was the same exact date as I was reading it, and I just was like, and I stopped and I put it down. It was just
so my what?
Well, you mentioned the date in there.
Yeah,
it was whenever you married. November 10th, 1960.
No, December 18th.
And I was literally reading it on December 18th, and I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And I never picked it back up after those words.
That would, in many circles, be termed uninformed superstition.
Yeah.
But it's a wonderful thing that you wrote, and it's testimony that you're a good guy who believes in living a good life, and that you're a very educated guy who's put a great deal of effort into knowing things. Knowledge is power, and that's something that you've taught me. So let's
I got a question.
Okay.
This is a good segue, and I think we talked about bringing this up, so I'm not springing it on you. The animal sanctuary in Florida.
Right.
Ooh.
I am dying to know the case to have the animal sanctuary in Florida is a lot better than having it in Vancouver.
Of course it is. Vancouver is not a place for an animal sanctuary.
So where would you where would you advise Steve to have an animal sanctuary?
Southern British Columbia.
Southern British Columbia. So
Vancouver.
Abbott, like suburbs.
Yeah, go back to school and study your geography.
Surrey. That's
Surrey, Abbotsford, Langley.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we might as well get right into this. Okay, and in a way that's palatable for the audience. I think you could ask just about any American about the national debt. And I think it's common knowledge, everybody's aware that as a government, as a nation, America is in insane amounts of debt. And I think that the general feeling about it for the average American is that we're in so much debt, it's just a big joke, and we're never going to have to pay it, and la 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 la. Mm-hmm. But what very few Americans, I think, are aware of is that debt is a very real thing, which is going to in a very real way, rear its ugly head and create a situation. Mm-hmm. And that's the situation that makes you very much favor Canada as a place for me to live out my golden years.
It's more than that, Steve. I mean, Canada has its debt problems as well. But you're right, the national debt recently passed 31 trillion. Think of that as the financing cost. Each percentage point of interest is over 300 billion. The country's, already reeling with the debt. And then you've got the unfunded liabilities
like Medicare,
Social Security. You got the defense budget, which never quits. And so when you look at the proportion of the country's total budget, the discretionary money which could be cut is a tiny fraction of the money that's going out. And the reason that survives is because the dollar is the reserve currency of the world.
Right.
And as long as the rest of the world, just about every country is struggling with its own debt problems, which makes the U.S. look less bad. But as long as the dollar remains the reserve currency, then the financing will come in. There will still be governments that buy American Treasury bonds. There will still be foreign investors that will do that. And so, it's like a Bernie Madoff Ponzi scheme. It will go on until it doesn't go on. But, if you think about it, it is mathematically impossible for even the existing debt ever to be repaid, because you can't come up with any combination of tax increases or spending cuts that would even come remotely close. So if it's never going to be repaid, and everybody knows that, when are foreign institutions going to stop investing in it? And then what added burden is that going to put on the middle class, who see their mortgage rates go from 6% to 15%, and liquidity dry up, and everybody's so pissed off with guns all over the place, they're running around taking the law into their own hands? Honestly, that may sound draconian, it may sound single-minded, but
it's fundamentally based in facts.
I believe it's fact-based, and I'd welcome an opportunity to debate anybody who felt that there were facts that would go the other way. And then when I look north of the border, I say there's not the gun culture. Yes, there is debt, but it's because the Canadian dollar isn't a reserve currency. The Canadian debt is more disciplined. The Canadian political system is far less fractured and dysfunctional than the American political system.
Right. Plus, the Canadian political system doesn't allow for hands to be tied so easily. You've got the.
That's right. In the parliamentary system, the party that wins the most seats is in power, typically for 4 years. Between UK and Canada, there are minor differences, and if they've got a majority in the parliament for 4 years, they can do pretty much whatever the leader wants, recognizing that he or she knows there's going to be an election coming up. So that's the control on them to follow the rules and do things the right way. In this country, if you've got all the gerrymandering that goes on, where congressional districts are rigged by the party, the party that's running the state government. Now you've got all these lawsuits that are trying to undermine the credibility, the viability of the American election system. I mean, where does it all lead? And when you talk about Canadian real estate being a lot more expensive than comparable U.S. real estate, yes, it is. And very frequently, something that is more expensive than something else is more expensive for a reason. I've said to you, if you're buying something for an investment, what you pay for it is a lot less important than the realistic expectation of capital appreciation.
All right.
And that's a long-winded response, Scott, but that's the foundation of why I've been pushing Steve to think north of the border.
So Vancouver, I'm kidding. But so British Columbia, I mean, what are your thoughts on British Columbia, Steve?
Yeah, stop saying Vancouver.
Right.
It's like saying, do you want to have an amateur animal sanctuary in the middle of Chicago? Of course not.
Why not?
Right.
Indoors.
Okay. I've got it from here. I agree with what Dad's saying about the benefits of Canada, the less guns, and all of that. However, part of my vision for the animal sanctuary is farming. You know, a self-sustaining compound where we can grow our own food and such, and just the nature of Canada being so overcast and the weather being so dismal, I think limits how much food we can grow there.
That is an unfounded generality, not substantiated by facts.
Well, I've done a lot of Zillow porn consuming, okay? Like, you know, we go through Zillow and we call it real estate porn. And all I see that they grow there is blueberries, Dad.
Well, that's because of the international trade and the centers of excellence and the specialization. But if you go back to when both countries were founded, you know, people lived off the land. And people lived off the land in the northern parts of the U.S. just as they did in Canada. And yes, it was a seasonal farming business, and they harvested in the fall, and they saved it in their storeroom or barn or whatever, so that they could feed themselves during the winter. And it was a form of discipline.
But if you're talking about an animal sanctuary as a business where it has to self-sustain and run itself, how are you going to run a business when it's closed 6 months out of the year for snow and ice?
First of all, I think it's a pipe dream to think that that's ever going to generate enough income to sustain itself. It's a charitable act that may attract some visitors, but you're never going to justify the capital investment or cover the costs of running it on the basis of tourist income.
So my thought to that is if you had it in Orlando, people land.
Not in Orlando, but an hour out of Orlando.
In between the two airports, Tampa and Orlando, you know how they have little pamphlets in the hotel rooms of like, it says,
do you know how many different pamphlets are in those same hotel rooms?
Well, aren't you going to open it if you see a Steve-O Animal Sanctuary? You know,
I honestly think that's a loser, Scott.
Orlando's
Why? I don't think Steve-O's Animal Sanctuary is ever going to get traction against Universal Studios and Disney and all the other businesses there.
Well, it's like a numbers game with foot traffic, right?
Yeah, maybe that doesn't matter. And you also didn't think that a Steve-O tour was going to go anywhere.
You know what? I shared some of your uncertainties from the very beginning, but I've been a big fan, believer, and supporter for at least the last 10 years.
Okay.
Well, what about the hot sauce?
Well, every time I look at the P&Ls, I ask myself the same question.
All right. Well, we've got some time to watch the real estate prices cool off to choose between Florida and British Columbia.
And the other thing is, if you share, I mean, there are a lot of Americans that within the U.S. are preparing for doom and gloom, and they've got their cottage out in the middle of the country and their underground, all this kind of stuff. And intelligent people who are maybe opinion leaders in that area. But there is a substantial concern already building here.
Yeah.
And, you've not only got to think about how many ticket sales you're going to generate for have kids come and pet these poor little animals, but you've got to figure out, how are you going to support yourself? Are you going to be vulnerable? If you're in the middle of Central Florida, you're not too far from a lot of large population centers that have a lot of guns and a lot of angry people.
There's a lot to think about, and we're gonna handle that. So, I'm fascinated by the whole take on the national debt and the future of America. Life is gonna get tough one way or another. It's just a question of when.
Yeah, and the other thing, politicians all over the world, but especially in this country now, are famous for kicking the can down the road.
Sure.
And so it's going to require a Bernie Madoff kind of episode, to shake the system. And by then, it'll be even worse. But
Right.
what politician is ever going to say, we're going to raise taxes by X percent, and we're going to use those taxes to pay down the national debt, which will provide no immediate benefit that anybody's ever going to see.
Right.
And can you imagine the commercials, the negative advertising that's going to come up, when they're next up for re-election?
Right.
I mean, that's a dead loser. So I would just challenge. If somebody says America's the greatest and we'll muddle through and everything's okay, it's not possible to have a really intelligent conversation at this point. If you want to have a relative or more than relatively intelligent conversation, it's incumbent on the other side to lay out a roadmap for how we're going to get from where we are to where we're going to have a genuine soft landing. I don't see it. I won't be around to suffer from it, but you will be, and I think. And I just think these are important considerations.
Right.
Isn't that why the Fed's raising the rate, though, to control the debt or try to get it down?
They're raising the rate largely because they think that's going to reduce inflation. Because by raising interest rates, they're going to choke off certain elements of discretionary consumption. And in the past, that's not had a direct effect totally, but yes, it has helped to cool inflation. But the other reason for raising rates is that the national debt has to be financed. And if it's not going to go directly into a South American style printing press job, treasury bonds have to be attractive to investors. And with inflation running, pick a number, but real inflation has got to be already north of 10%. I read somewhere that if the same formula that was used when Bill Clinton was president in the early 90s, exactly the same formula, were used today, the reported consumer price index would be 12, 13, 14%. And when investors realize that that's the effective impact of inflation, and they're getting 3 3/4% on 10-year treasuries, how long is that party going to go on?
Right. So we're screwed no matter what. And
there's, the Darwinian theory, survival of the fittest, and the people that are smartest, are most resilient, and are best prepared, will come out better. And there are examples of countries that have collapsed and rediscovered themselves.
Post-war Germany.
Yeah.
Argentina.
Argentina maybe is a better example because post-war Germany got enormous support through the Marshall Plan.
Didn't Greece go bankrupt too?
They got bailed out by the EU.
Put it this way: there's a difference between formal bankruptcy and technical bankruptcy. And Greece got bailed. Greece was such a small, entity that the EU decided, in their great wisdom, to bail them out because if the Greeks collapsed, then it would threaten the existence of the euro. So no, the Greeks are not necessarily a model, but there are problems all over Europe. I mean, I don't believe the euro is sustainable in its current form. You've got 17 countries, each one of which has its own independently, democratically elected government that have varying degrees of economic sophistication and success. And you've got one central bank that is charged with establishing a monetary policy that is going to work in all of these diverse countries, all of whose governments are up for re-election every few years.
Right. So if you're Germany today, then you're pulling a lot more weight than you're picking up the slack of all these.
Yeah, I had that when the Greek crisis came. This was very much in the news media, And I remember playing golf with a guy I'd never met before or since. He was a German living in the UK in the financial markets industry. And I asked him, why does Germany keep on pouring all of its taxpayer money into countries like Greece? And he said,
and Portugal and Italy
yeah,
and Spain.
And he said, because if we didn't, there'd be nobody buying our Mercedes and our BMWs. So it's kind of a revolving wheel,
Right.
recycling it. But all the stuff that's going on in Russia and the Ukraine, is really bringing stuff to a head there, and that's a problem.
Right. You described the problems with the EU. The UK, after Brexit, like that, in hindsight, Brexit was a mistake. Can we say that?
I don't agree with that. Most people in the UK do. I guess I'd put a different spin on it. When the UK was a member of the EU, they were required to contribute large amounts of money to the common cause. The countries were called upon to contribute in relationship to the strength of their economies. And it was a political issue that a lot of taxpayer money from the UK was going into Europe. I struggled with Brexit when it was in debate because.
And at the time, you were living in England.
No, I guess I think I just stopped living in England, but I was awfully close to England. I watched the UK news every day and all the rest of it. And my view then, and is still my view, is that there would be a significant short-term pain. Short-term meaning 5, 6, 8 years, because of the change in the trade patterns. That would be pain to go through. I said there would be, in my opinion, a long-range benefit, because I honestly believe it is a mathematical certainty that the euro is going to collapse because of the political conflicts and because of the debts, and without getting into a lot of detail. That's going to be a train wreck. And if the UK was still a member of the EU, being called upon to make annual contributions to help solve the financial problems of the EU, the potential for that to grow is enormous. So to me, it was a rare case where short-term prosperity was sacrificed for longer-term benefit.
All right, I buy that, and I can digest that. You're a smart guy, Dad. There's no question about that, and I'm grateful for you on every level, and I love you so much, and thank you for doing this.
You're very, very welcome, and I not only love being with you and having these conversations, but I feel really good when I kick your ass when you need it.
Good. Good. Do you love my dad or do you love my dad? I mean, dude. Now, I'm going to share something that I probably shouldn't, but I love the street team, the people who stick around to the very end of the podcast. Sometimes you get the juicy nugs of info. Now, this is what it is. Somebody reached out to us, to my team, about they want to make a documentary about Steve-O. Now, first thing I thought is that the world's hardly hurting for yet another documentary about Steve-O. But I thought it was meaningful that they reached out to me before finishing the documentary and making it public, like some other people. And I thought, you know what? Let me talk to him. So I talked to him. And I was impressed by the guy. I was impressed by his company. And I figured that a documentary about Steve-O the businessman and Steve-O and his relationship with his dad. I told this guy, my dad says he's got tops 10 years of useful life left. And before that 10 years, or before his life is over, he wants me to be prepared to... Dude, it's just so rad. So I want to make a documentary about me and my dad, and I think I made a deal with the guy to do it. Love you guys. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Jefferies. Yeah, dude.
How you doing, man? Thanks for having me.
Dude, thank you for doing it, man. So I watched Intolerant last night, your new special on Netflix. It's fucking fabulous. I really genuinely mean that. And to qualify the statement, to give it some credibility, I thought you seemed quite pissed drunk on the previous special. What was going on that?
I wasn't drunk in the other one. I can't remember. I made the one before that. I had a couple of drinks in between the two recordings, so there might have been some scenes because I think the latest show I was more drunk than the first show, but I wasn't drunk. No,
Okay.
I was sweating a lot.
Right. Well, I mean, suffice it to say, I think that this new one, Intolerant, is fucking fabulous. Not that you've ever made bad comedy. I'm a fan. Like, you're on my top 3 list.
Thanks.
You're probably wondering who I am.
Oh, yeah, I never do this. This is Scott Randolph.
Hello,
Yeah,
Scott.
what's going on, dude?
I think you guys have met before, yeah?
Yeah, I think we went down to your when you were filming that.
Right, when we did Jim's podcast. Yes, this is Scott Randolph up in the front off camera. We have Paul and, of course, Wendy right here.
What's going on,
Wendy's
Jim?
the
How
dog,
are you?
yeah. I've followed Wendy's story online. I know everything about Wendy.
Oh, brilliant, man. Brilliant. So, this was interesting when I reached out to you about doing this. You know, we had a little bit of banter on text about the pandemic, and you expressed some gratitude for, you know, you said, I just needed to slow down a little bit. It was a blessing, kind of.
Yeah, I didn't realize, you know, that I hadn't had time off in sort of 20 years, and it wasn't as much time off because, you know, doing stand-up comedy, often you have time off. You have your whole days off sometimes, you know, and you're only working for an hour and a half at night and all that sort of stuff. But I needed a day off from stress or from trying to sell a project or trying to get a project up and running or something like that, you know. Like, you know what I'm talking about. You just take yourself to a billboard. I needed time off from that. You know, and so, but now I feel like that's sort of ended now because it doesn't feel like with the pandemic, the deaths haven't slowed down, but everyone's just gone, fuck it, we had to go. And now the traffic's back. And, you know, I just think with this disease or this virus, we're all going to get it eventually. And you just have to hope for the best, right? Stay away from old people.
Right. It seems that I already did get it because I tested positive for the antibodies.
When do you think you had it?
No fucking clue. No fucking clue.
Yeah.
I had a regular COVID test where they put the thing up your nose. It was negative. Went back like a month later, and I the nose one negative, but the blood test for antibodies, I don't even know why I got it, but it was positive. No fucking clue when I got it.
Yeah, I want to have that blood test for the antibodies. I had the nose thing several times, but I think I had it in February. But yeah, who knows? And does antibodies last forever? Are you going to have it? You
do
fine
not.
forever?
They do not last forever. But while they do last, you can be a fucking hero and go and donate plasma. I've got my appointment next week.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And you can also shag people for a few weeks. That's got to be a big selling point that you can go to people. I can't give it to you. That must be nice.
Right. Yeah, that's damn right. So, now, how old's your boy now? You mentioned his age in the special a couple times.
He's 7. He's 7 going into year 2 like next week, and it's like he hasn't been to school for 6 months. We've been homeschooling, and homeschooling's a difficult one because homeschooling, you know, you hope you. I don't know. There's other parents at the school who are doctors and lawyers and stuff like that, and I don't really know how to do long division. Like, I'm Googling everything I'm teaching him. Like, I know how to do maths in my head, right? I know how to add 2 numbers in my head, but I don't know the way to actually properly do it with carrying the one and all that type of stuff. So I think my kid may be dumber at the end of the whole pandemic. And then there's other kids who may excel because their parents are smart or something. So I'm a bit nervous about him going into year 2.
Yeah, when you say year 2, that's 2nd grade?
No,
Yeah,
it's
you
fourth
cracked the
grade.
code. Yeah. No flies on you, is there, mate? Second grade, yes.
He like didn't know how to like process that. He was like, "What?"
Well, it just sounded weird. I don't know. So that's it.
I've never understood this thing. There's things about America. I've lived here for 13 years, and I'll never understand little tiny things. Like, I still don't get, is there really a prom queen that you all vote for? That seems like an archaic system where on your last day of school, when you have a dance, you decide who the most popular kid is. Does that actually happen?
Yeah,
that's real.
It didn't happen at my school, but I went to high school in England. And
Did you?
I did, yeah. I went to the American school in London, England. And it was just not
I'm glad you put England on the end there. If you said London, we might have thought you're up in Canada. Yeah, fair enough.
Well, they don't do anything like that in Australia. High school?
What's that?
They don't do anything like that in high school in Australia, or
No, we have a dance that we call like a formal, which was the equivalent of our prom, but we don't have prom king and queens, and we don't have middle school. We just have primary school and high school. You have years 1 to 6 and then 7 to 12. And our years, this will spin you out, right? Our high school year goes from January to December because of summer. So our summer break is in December. So I find it weird here that the school year ends in the middle of the year and you're the class of half of a year and half of a year. Now we're the full year. We're like your tax year.
Right. That makes a bunch of sense.
That does make more sense.
and
That's
they
like
also-
the metric system.
yeah, they also stopped doing homework in Australia too, right? What?
We don't have to do homework, did you say?
Yeah, remember that guy on the boat with it is the whole fucking thing? And we were in Fiji, and he's like, dude, they just came out in Australia that they stopped giving homework to kids in Australia. They found that it sucked.
No, that's bullshit.
Sounds like he just stopped
You
doing
just
it.
listen to a bloke in a boat in Fiji. That guy not being on mushrooms and just telling you his theories and stuff. They still have homework in Australia. What are you talking about?
No.
Maybe they don't. I haven't lived there for a long time. I'll have to check that.
Did you get a green card for America? Do I remember that right?
I'm a citizen. I got a green card. I got a green card like 8-9 years ago, and then you have to wait 5 years, and then maybe 2 years ago I became a citizen. And I went and got sworn in and all that type of stuff. And it's like, it's funny because my ex, my son's mother, she was Canadian, and she got it. So I was at her swearing-in ceremony, and her swearing-in ceremony, Obama was still the president. Now, I think I'm a moderate or whatever. I don't want to get into politics or whatever. And I know there's Trump fans that watch the show, your podcast, but so Obama gave this wonderful speech, and I remember crying when she actually got sworn in, and so him just saying, "Welcome to this country. You are now an American," and all these sort of these uplifting words. And then and then when I got sworn in, I had a video from Trump, and his video was just like, "Hey, it's a fantastic, wonderful country. Try to get along with everybody and assimilate." Like, it was very basic. And it was just like a whole lot of like Mexicans going, "What are we doing right now?" It was very odd. And they give you a little tiny flag and you wave it. And then a video comes on the screen that goes, "'Cause I'm proud to be an American." And you just get an eagle fly for like 4 minutes of that song.
That's great.
Wow.
Are you a citizen of Canada too, since you were married to a Canadian?
No, I still have my Australian passport, but I think you can only have 2 passports.
I got 3.
Oh, you can? You got 3?
Yeah, my mom was born in Canada, my dad was born in America, and I was born in England.
They let you have 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my son can have 3. He's just my son. My ex and me. We had a debate over whether he should get Canadian or an Australian passport. And I said, "Oh, it's probably better if he gets Australian passport, because it's different. Like, he lives in America already, and then he can go to Australia. It's a bit of a different thing, And my ex is like, "Well, what's wrong with Canada? Why can't he get a Canadian passport?" And I was like, "Look, I like Canada as much as the next man, but come on." Yeah.
Well, Canada and Australia are both notoriously difficult countries to get into if you have a criminal record.
I don't know. It might surprise you. I don't have a criminal record. I've never been caught for anything. I've talked openly about drug use and all these things. I don't have a criminal record. I've never been arrested.
That's great. I've gone out of my
Have
way.
you been
to
arrested?
Quite a bit.
I imagine masturbating as you jump out of a plane is a crime, and you put that online. Like that feels like a crime to me.
Yeah, I haven't put that online yet, but I'm
Oh,
sure.
you did. What's even creepier is you just sent that to me. How have I seen it if you haven't put it online? How have I seen you jack up and jump out of a plane?
I showed it to you in person.
Ah, well, that's even more creepy. The fact that we were sitting around and you said, hey, come over here. If we were in a workplace, I'd be at HR right away.
Yeah, well, we were. We were over at your studio where you taped the Comedy Central show. We were doing the podcast after your taping. So, it was a
That's
workplace.
right. That's right. Well, I'm all right with it. You see, your secret's safe with me.
Yeah. So, how long ago did you tape Intolerant?
I taped it back in November of last year. And the problem was, so there's a whole bit in the special about how germaphobes are a pain in the ass and all that type of stuff. It didn't date very well, 'cause it came out like a month ago, and it's like me going, fucking germaphobes, what the fuck do they know? And now we're living in this old COVID world. It's like I started doing a new show that I was touring because the special was about to come out, so I did all new material. And I think I did about 7 shows before the lockdown happened, and my opening 20 minutes was about the bushfires in Australia. And who gives a fuck about that anymore? That was February that whole country was burning down. It was a huge news story, and now it just feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, it was really fucking sad too, man.
We lost like a third of the koalas and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
And
there was some
it's
30
mental.
million mammals or something.
They lost a lot of animals. It's funny that the koalas got all the press because they were the only animals that didn't run away from the fire. It's like they sleep for 22 hours a day. They just sat there and just got burnt while the other animals were trying to leg it out of there. And then we all go save the koalas, save the fucking proactive animals like the kangaroos that put effort into saving themselves.
Yeah.
They pulled them up by their bootstraps.
That's right.
Yeah, I think that in your defense, the whole fuck germaphobes thing is pretty fair because it turned out that COVID doesn't actually stay on cardboard boxes so effectively.
On cardboard boxes?
Yeah,
Like the FedEx boxes.
People
and
were
UPS.
worried about receiving their packages from Amazon. Like, oh well, this cunt just touched it, and so now what if I touch it? I'm gonna get COVID. But the whole transferability on surfaces really wasn't an issue at the end of the day. So I'm with you on the germaphobes. You got to keep your immune system on its toes.
The BBC released a thing where guidelines on how you can have sex during COVID, and there's strictly no kissing now.
Yeah.
You're not to kiss during sex. And I'm like, thank God, I've been wanting that from the beginning. I'm so happy they brought that rule in.
Straight to it.
That's fucking fantastic. I wonder how long it's gonna. Like, when do they run out of specials? Do you think? Like, how many specials do they have in the can where it keeps coming out? It's this guy's got a new special with the live audience. Like, when does it start getting a little bit weird?
Oh, when does Netflix just go tune into Eddie Murphy's special Zoom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the UFC fights now.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they've got a lot of them, but the thing is, what we're going to do is we're going to start to get a lot of specials from New Zealand comics.
Yeah.
They'll keep on producing those.
Yeah.
Because New Zealand's completely open. We'll go, here's Tim with his special flip-flops. Oh, no.
Yeah. New Zealand and South Korea.
Yeah.
New Zealand, South Korea.
So Steve called you a cunt earlier. You said the word cunt, but cunt's not popular here. So when you first moved over here, were you calling people cunts? And they were like...
Well, that's a difficult one. When I first got here, there was the one rule that was in the comedy clubs was you can't say cunt. And then I was like, all right, I'll say it. And I just said it because I knew I'd get away with it. And then they were like, okay, you can say cunt because no one was complaining. And then other comics would come in and go, why can't I say cunt if he can say cunt? And it became like when racists want to say the N-word, and they're like, but he just said it in a song. I should be allowed to say, and it's like, no, Jim's allowed. And then what happened was they went, okay, well, I guess you can say it too. And now I basically got rid of the cunt ban in this country.
Nice.
15 years ago, you couldn't say cunt in the comedy clubs. I'm telling you, I open up the door for all you cunts to say cunt. You're welcome.
We should put a statue in your name of a big cunt.
Dude, I love it, man. And I wish there was a cunt counter on Intolerant, because it's just.
I tell you, if you watch my first special, I swear to God, on my first special, I had an HBO special with me first one. And HBO went.
Is that the one with you in the bottle?
You know, that was the one. It was the one before, the one with the red background. But in my first ever special, so I'm doing it. They go, look, you're fine to say anything. It's HBO. You can say whatever you want. But the deal is that the ratings work. You know how ratings work in 15-minute increments, right? Mm-hmm. They want to see what your attention is. It's not enough for people to tune in. People have to tune in and watch all the show, you know? So they said we don't mind you saying cunt, but we want everyone to stay for at least 15 minutes. So if you can not say cunt for 15 minutes, we'd really appreciate it, right? So I had a cunt light at the back of my room, at the back of the theater, that turned on at 15 minutes, and I think like at 15 minutes and 3 seconds, I say Aunt Panda's a bunch of cunts. And then I say cunt throughout the whole rest of it. But if you watch that special at the very beginning, I don't say cunt.
I feel like in your early specials, you really what made me fall in love with you before we ever met was your bits about Christianity and God. They really just sticking it to the whole religious people, and I really loved that.
Well, I also find with that's a thing that I was more passionate about when I was younger. I still believe that religion's a load of rubbish, but now I'm less. I used to be so angry at religious people. You know what I mean? I used to be more into religion as an atheist than religious people were. You know, it used to make me so angry at religion. Now I'm just like, live and let live. I think one of the privileges of being an atheist is you don't have to think about it. You know, it's strange that there's even a word for atheism. There shouldn't be a word for it, because believing in nothing. Because there shouldn't be it's bullshit believing in a God. But you know, now I'm a bit more live and let live. If that's what you want to do with your life and you're not hurting anyone, go believe in your fucking man in a cloud if that makes you feel better.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. One time I met an atheist, and he said, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in God. I just believe that the universe is, I believe that creation is an exercise in the universe experiencing itself. And I was like, yeah, that's God.
Yeah. That's
it's the most profound thing about God.
You know what happened to me around sort of 2008, 2009. I started being invited to do atheist conventions and talk at them. And at that stage, I wasn't earning that much money, and they were paying me like $10,000, $15,000 to go talk at these atheist conventions. And I was like, you know what? Even if I find fucking God, I'm not going to tell anyone.
Nice. Were the people at those atheist conventions a bunch of cunts?
Well, some of them were. A lot of them were very nice. But like, this is a strange, ironic thing about, maybe irony is not the word, but a strange thing about really religious professors, like really atheist professors. They don't half do the God look. They've all got like white beards and long white hair, and they're like, "There's no God." Well, stop trying to fucking look like him, cunt.
Yeah, and then I suppose the religion bashing kind of faded out a little bit, and then you had the special with the gun bit, and that just changed your whole life entirely, didn't it?
Yeah, the gun bit was something that happened. I never thought it would take off. It at one stage it was up to like 70 million hits or something before. It was taken down by Netflix. It was like 70 million. Now it's like 20 million or something like that, or 15 million or something. And so all up, you know, anywhere between 80 and 90 million hits on a comedy routine. And I started getting people started showing up to my shows just wanting to hear me talk about guns and you know, telling it how it is and all that type of bullshit. And then I'm up there talking about telling jokes about fucking getting things cut out of my dick and all that type of stuff, you know. And like my last special was like an hour-long story about me shitting myself. And I feel like a lot of people were very disappointed, you know. But the gun thing, I wrote that routine over the course of 3 days because I was doing a TV show. I was doing a TV show called Legit where I was playing myself type of thing. And John Ratzenberg, who played Cliff Clavin from Cheers,
the mailman,
who I'm still friends with to this day, who I think is a great guy. And he's a Republican or whatever, so he's pro-gun. And I grew up in a country without guns. And anyway, so I was with him when Sandy Hook happened, and he said, none of this would have happened, Jimmy, if those teachers had guns. And then I just argued with him, and we argued for 3 days. And at the end of that argument, I had all the jokes already worked out to go on stage with, you know, for a 15-minute bit.
Yeah, I mean, that bit, I sent it to my family, and my family absolutely fucking loved it. And then I came home to visit, and I was like, oh, let's watch that comedian that you guys love, you know? we put on a whole special, and my dad was like, yeah, I can't do this.
Yeah, he has that one hit that we all like.
Yeah.
I don't want to listen to the whole album. I'll just buy the single.
Yeah, that's great. And so, from like a business perspective, like a career perspective, there's really Jim Jefferies pre-gun bit, and then there's Jim Jefferies post-gun bit. Is that safe to say? Was that like the...
Not really in stand-up, but like, I wouldn't have gotten the Jim Jefferies show if not for the gun bit, you know. Comedy Central, I think they brought me in to do something like that. You know, I could have been a correspondent on the Daily Show or something like that, but I didn't want to live in New York. And then, you know, I think after they had a TV show afterwards, you know, they had Stephen Colbert, and then they tried some other things to a couple of other people. It didn't work out. I think I was just lazy because they basically offered me the spot after the Daily Show. And I said, how about I just do something once a week? And then, you know, I stupidly went, and, you know, we'd do international field pieces. I just flippantly said that in the meeting. I said, we could do international field pieces. And then I did something like 50 international field pieces and had to fly all over the world. It was way more work than doing a nightly show. I really fucked myself on that one.
Yeah.
And but it was fun to travel the world, but it was like you'd go into a town for like one day, you'd do a piece on shark finning or something like that. Then you're off to South Africa doing a bit on the poverty over there. Then you'd be in Korea doing something about the demilitarized zone, you know, and all that type of stuff. So I found that was sort of the moment in my career where I was walking around going, how the fuck did this happen? This was never in my plans. This feels like a very off type of thing for me. But my stand-up as such never changed. It was always sort of the same vibe. But like my TV career changed, you know. At the moment, I've got a multicam sitcom in the works for NBC, and we were only 6 days out from being on set before COVID shut it down. All the sets were built and all that type of stuff.
Damn.
And a lot of people who so-called fans of mine are doing that whole, oh, you're a sellout, you're doing a multicam sitcom and all that type of stuff. It's like, you know, there's lots of, you know, comics who have done multicam sitcoms who do edgy material. Bob Saget did multicam sitcoms, and, you know, even at the Richard Pryor show is in front of a studio audience and stuff like that. You know, it's not just clean comics like Bill Cosby who do them.
Right.
Yeah, just tell him God has a plan for you. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you can say what you want about Bill Cosby, but in the end, he turned out to be pretty edgy.
Yeah.
I have a question, Jim. It seems like you make like a gun bit joke or an atheist joke, and everyone wants you to be the spokesperson all of a sudden for this. Like, what's that feeling like? Do you end up resenting that?
Not really. It doesn't. Yeah, the atheist thing. You know, obviously, as I said, I got to do shows about it and stuff like that. So that was interesting. The gun thing for me. Every time there was school shooting, people. I turned my phone on in the morning. I'd wake up and I just get text messages and tweets and all these messages, and I'd go. I knew right away. Oh, there's been a shooting because I've got 50 messages, right?
Jeez, yeah.
And then like thousands on the fucking Twitter and all those stuff, right? So I what I didn't like was when people would go, there'd be a school shooting, people would go, say something, Jim, say something. I'm like, I've already said it. Just watch the routine again.
Yeah. Copy and paste. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have any new information for you.
Yeah.
I still think guns you shouldn't have them.
Right. And has there been a shooting in Australia over all of this time, or they're just still?
Well, when I did the routine, there was the famous shooting, and I believe 96 or something like that was the famous. I might get that year wrong, but it was in the 90s. There was a guy in Tasmania that shot a lot of people, and that changed all the laws where we had the gun ban and all that type of stuff. Now, since I've done the routine, I believe there's been a couple of smallish shootings. I think a guy shot his family out the farm, you know, those. And the bit that sort of sickens me about that is when there is a shooting in Australia, then all the gun people, they must have hard-ons. Because they fucking write to me like, see, it doesn't work there either. And I'm like, okay, settle. You're talking about one shooting in a decade versus a shooting a fucking week in this country.
Yeah, I think there's one every day in America.
Yes, there's one every day or something.
I think
you just learn to live with it, don't you? You just go, all right, this is how we live, man.
At least that's something that's probably slowed down with kids not being in school anymore.
Has it?
I mean, in America, I think there's distinctly less shootings.
School Zoom shootings.
Yeah, Zoom
shootings.
Which is weird because we're all wearing masks. It would be so much easier to get away with.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not going to give anyone ideas. It's like when you go into the bank, and I literally went into the bank with a bandana tied around my face, going,
For sure.
Give me $1,000, please.
Yeah, like a bandit. Yeah.
Yeah, and no one said anything. They just give it to you.
So are you in LA right now?
I am, yeah.
Are you going to be one of the celebrities that leaves LA, or are you going to stay here, or you love it here?
Well, there's all these different people leaving for, you know, I don't know. I think it's mostly tax reasons that people leave. I think people leave California for tax purposes.
Yeah.
I got my ex here and my kid here, and he has to go between, so I'm not going anywhere. You know, I'm just staying here until the bitter end. Plus, let everyone fucking leave. Go leave.
Less traffic.
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I want to show you my mask I made.
Yeah, that's a delight. That's a fucking. Have you worn that out in public?
I have. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. I prepare to go into a gas station. And I think, am I going to do this? And then I think, fuck yeah, I am.
What kind of reaction did you get, Steve?
I haven't had a really strong one. I've had a couple compliments. Nobody else has said anything.
Do people know it's you, or are they?
I don't know if they know it's me.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, because your voice isn't distinctive or anything. No one's going to be able to crack the code. Your voice sounds like it has been gargling cum for a long time.
Yeah, about right.
Actually, that would probably make it smoother. I don't know. But I feel like you could get arrested for that, though, right? That's indecent.
Well,
something.
I wonder.
I actually shot that. I shot that image by filling my mouth with dishwashing liquid, so it's actually.
To clean out the cum?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and you shot it when you were 11.
Yeah, that's an old photo.
Oh my God, I love you, Jim Jefferies. I love you so much, dude.
It's Steve.
What's coming up for you? Are you just because you had a show in Tulsa pretty soon, right?
Yeah, we saw it got postponed or something, right? You're supposed to have a show.
All my shows are postponed until further. I did one of those shows the other day in front of a whole lot of cars at the Magic Castle. Have you done that?
No.
There's a gig at the Magic Castle in the car park where you go on and perform. Look, they're really doing the best they can. It's a beautiful stage, and they give everyone little clapping things to hang out their sunroof and clap when they enjoy a joke. But it's it's the best we've got right now. But I think I'm going to wait until comedy's up and running again. I don't know. It's just not fun without them all laugh, without hearing them laugh. I don't know. Because there's a lot of comics doing Zoom shows. Have you done a Zoom show?
I have not. I can't do that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's. Yeah, I don't know if it's sort of. I don't know if it's for me. So I think I'll just wait until the time comes again, or I'm just going to go tour in New Zealand. I'm going to go to countries without COVID and just tour.
When you did the Magic Castle show, did when people really liked a joke, did they honk their horn?
Well, they were. I asked them to honk the horn if they didn't like what I was doing, and then a whole lot of people started honking their horn. But then I was told afterwards, you're not meant to do that because the council, all the people that live in houses around there, were complaining about people honking their horns.
Yeah.
So you're not to do that. But there was Bill Burr was on the gig, and there was people there. It was like a real thing.
How many cars?
Yeah, how many cars
full.
you got in the crowd?
Oh, I couldn't give you an exact number, but there was a lot of cars there. But when you get people walking out of comedy clubs because they don't like your routine, right? They think you're offensive. People drive out. They didn't do it to me, but so I don't want to tell anyone else's stories, but other comics were doing routines and people were driving out.
Oh, God, you get a truck like...
They want to be respectful of the neighbors, so they hand out little golf clappers.
Uh-huh.
They
do. Those little slappy hand things. Clack, 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 clack.
Right.
Yeah.
Quite quiet, like...
And do they cue it into the radio, or is it just over a loudspeaker and you can just hear it?
No,
from
they
your car?
they just have their windows open.
Okay.
And they're all parked so close to each other they could be standing. But I also think about this, like how many people in that audience are getting blowjobs? The answer is some, right?
Yeah.
Some, yeah.
At least the hand job.
More than at a comedy club.
And my other gigs, no one is.
Right.
So that's nice. And people would just be doing cocaine in their car. No one would be worrying about that. Yeah. So there are some positives to the audience doing this.
I mean, were people drinking beer in their car? Obviously, right? So it's
you can order beers. You can order beers, and they come to you like you're a car hop. You know what I mean? Like they come and deliver the beers. You order the beers on an app, and they'll even bring you the Magic Castle food. You can get some chicken wings and some whatever they're going to serve you. And a beer and a bottle of wine, and they'll bring it to your car.
And drive home.
Drive home?
Yeah, drive on home.
Dude, that's great. How old are you now?
43.
43. I've just turned 46. I got to say, even though you're a little younger, I think that when you get to my age, you're going to look better.
Well, I've gained 20 pounds in COVID. I'm actually 2020 right now. I've reached the weight.
Yeah. Put on the COVID-19.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I have a question about the word cunt. Is America the most sensitive about that word, or are there other places where it's...
By far.
By far. We're the most
by far. But America's problem with the word cunt is the connotation that it's against women.
Right.
Where the rest of the world just see it like just you can call a man a cunt, a woman a cunt, and thing. It's not about a woman being evil. You can say I've always said that the word cunt can be used friendlier than bitch, and you guys use bitch a lot, right? So if I say oh, my mate's coming over, he's a right cunt, he is. Check out this cunt. Get out of it, you bloody cunt. What are you doing? Fuck off, you cunt. Like that, right? Where if you go, my friend's coming over, she's a right bitch, she is. Look at this bitch over here. Get out of it, you bitch. Right? It's just more aggressive.
Right.
It is.
Yeah, cunt is a term of endearment. And that's why we love it.
It can be.
Yeah.
We were
the
walking
funny-
around. We were walking around South Africa calling people cunts, and they're like, "Yeah, we don't say that here." So we kind of felt
South
bad.
That's
Yeah,
more of
we
an
were like, that's
Australia
Australia. Yeah, yeah, we were calling
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
a
you
cunt.
can't do this. But they do use the word coloured over there, so you know, fucking you can't do that. When you first hear that in South Africa, you go, "What the fuck was that?" When
Yeah.
they first say that word, that one amazed me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, fucking hey, Jim Jefferies, dude. Thank you so much for doing this, man. And I just can't tell you how much of a fan I am, dude. I really do love you.
Thanks, guys. I love you too, mate. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Hell yeah, brother. Right on, man.
Right on, dude.
What did I tell you? It was the funniest episode we've recorded. And here we are talking to the people who hung in there to the very end. You guys know how much I love you, how much I appreciate you. You are the street team. And please let Jim Jefferies know how much I appreciated him doing this. And how much you appreciated him doing this by taking a screenshot anywhere on the podcast and posting it with a tag for Jim Jefferies, tag me. Oh man, that'll mean the world to me. Just to let him know how fucking funny this was. And that's it. Thank you. Unless you want to watch Gnarly at stevo.com, but you probably already did. So, thank you.